Good evening, one and all. I am Uma Arunadevi, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, Swarnandha College of Engineering and Technology. On behalf of department and college, I extend a warm welcome to everyone gathered here for the AICT ATAL Academy sponsored 6-day online faculty development program on AI-powered cyber threat intelligence, the role of generative AI in modern security. This FDP aims to enrich faculty members and researchers the latest developments in AI-driven cyber security, preparing us to face the challenges of the digital era. Before going into the program, I would like to give a brief introduction of our college and department. Swarnandha College of Engineering and Technology was established under the aegis of Vasistha Educational Society with the aim of imparting quality education in the science and technology to the aspiring students. The college located in Sitaramapuram near Narsapur, West Godavari district, Andhra Pradesh. The college was established in the year 2001 by technocrats with varied industrial and consultancy experience. Swarnandha College of Engineering and Technology is recognized as one of the leading institutes in the state of Andhra Pradesh, India. The institute has been committed to the noble task of providing quality education which will transform the students into talented technocrats. The institution is permanently affiliated to JNU Kakinada and is accredited by NAC with A grade and recognized by UGC. With a view to enhance the research culture, the faculty members have been actively engaged in research work and publishing their findings regularly in standard national and international journals. The college offers 11 undergraduate, 5 postgraduate programs in technology along with MBA and MCA. The departmental buildings are located in close proximity to each other with wide open spaces all around. And coming to the Department of Information Technology was established in the year 2001. Presently, the department is accredited by NBA under Tier 1. It has high qualified and experienced faculty. The department has well-equipped laboratories and provides excellent facilities for learning through e-classrooms with modern teaching aids like LCD, multimedia support, etc. The department offers BTech program in information technology. The department has authorized centers by Cisco, Oracle, and ICT Academy, etc. Now, I would like to give a brief introduction of our FDP co-coordinator, Mr. Ramakrishna Raju Chekuri. Mr. Ramakrishna Raju is an assistant professor in Department of Information Technology. He is a distinguished academic and researcher in the field of computer science and engineering with over 12 years of experience in teaching. He currently serves as an assistant professor at Swarnandha College of Engineering and Department of Information Technology. He holds MTech in CSE from JNU Kakinada and presently pursuing PhD from Andhra University, Visakhapatnam. His areas of expertise include data structures and algorithms, machine learning, and computer networks. He has published extensively in international journals and conferences. As an educator, he has a deep commitment to curriculum development and has served on various academic boards. He is also a lifetime member of ISTE professional body. Now I invite our FDP co-coordinator, Mr. Ramakrishna Raju Chekuri, to share his words of encouragement. Sir, please.
Good evening to all the dignitaries, respected resource persons, esteemed faculty participants, and my dear colleagues. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the inauguration of AICTE-sponsored ATAL FDP on AI-powered cyber threat intelligence, the role of generative AI in modern security. being organized by the Department of Information Technology, Swarnandra College of Engineering and Technology. In today's digital era, cyber threats are growing in scale and sophistication. Traditional defenses are often inadequate. Artificial intelligence and particularly generative AI comes into play, which capable of detecting patterns, predicting attacks, simulating threat scenarios, and designing countermeasures. At the same time, it also presents new challenges as attackers too are leveraging AI. This FDP has been designed to provide us as faculty and researchers with the latest insights and practical knowledge in this evolving field. We are fortunate to have distinguished speakers who will enlighten us on cutting edge concepts to ethical considerations in deploying AI for the security. I sincerely thank AICT, ATAL, our respected management, principal sir, head of the department sir, resource persons, and my dear colleagues for their valuable support and guidance. Most importantly, I welcome all the participants and encourage you to make the best use of this platform for learning and collaboration. Once again, I warmly welcome you all and I look forward to a fruitful and insightful program over the coming days. Wishing this FDP a great success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to give a brief introduction of our FDP coordinator, Dr. RVVSV Prasad, Professor and Head of the Department of Information Technology. He awarded PhD degree in Computer Science and Engineering at Acharya Nagarjuna University for the thesis titled An Effective Computation of Reputation of an Recommender System, under the supervision of Dr. B. Valli Kumari, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Systems Engineering, College of Engineering, Andhra University, Visakhapatnam. He received his master's degree in Computer Science and Engineering from Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Kakinada. He is working as a professor and head of the Department in Information Technology in Swarnandra College of Engineering and Technology. His research interests include machine learning, big data analytics, recommender systems, security, privacy, and trust in mobile agents. Under his guidance, one scholar awarded with PhD and has over 14 papers published in reputed journals, conferences, has conducted FDP's workshops, student mega events in the capacity of convener and coordinator. He served various academic assignments and involved in NAC and NBA accreditation processes. Now, I take the privilege of inviting our FDP coordinator, Dr. RBV SV Prasad, Professor and Head of the Department of IT, to kindly address the gathering and set the context for this FDP. Sir, please, sir.
Thank you, madam. The respected today's chief guest, Dr. M.H.M. Krishna Prasad sir, is the Director Academics, JNTK Kakinada, and our principal, Dr. S. Suresh Kumar, and resource persons, colleagues, and dear participants. Good evening, one and all. The ATAL online FDP titled AI-powered cyber threat intelligence, the role of generative AI in modern security has been a very meaningful journey for all of us. The objective of this program is to focus on educating participants such as faculty members, professionals, and researchers to enhance faculty knowledge, develop practical skills, promote curriculum development, foster research collaboration, and raise awareness of emerging trends. All of this is aimed to helping us understand how AI, particularly generative AI, is transforming the landscape of cybersecurity. The goal has been not only to enhance theoretical understanding, but also build practical knowledge regarding the integration of AI technologies into modern security practices. Some key areas we looked at include understanding cyber threat intelligence, exploring the role of AI in cybersecurity, the potential of generative AI to revolutionize cybersecurity and cyber threat detection. As we all know, the digital world is growing rapidly, and so are the threats, and so are the threats. The evolving threat landscape brings with us cybercrime's growing impact on society and industry, AI-driven threats such as deepfakes, AI-powered malware, and highly targeted phishing campaigns, Cybersecurity today is not a static. It is a constant arms race where new threats emerge daily. AI has become a key weapon on both sides. While attackers exploit it to create new challenges, defenders must harness it to build stronger shields. To overcome these issues, generative AI can indeed serve as an effective solution. It can analyze vast amounts of data to identify patterns and to predict potential attacks before they happen. It can create dynamic and adaptive defenses that respond to evolving threats in the real time. It has the power to provide not just protection but also kind of intelligence-driven foresight into what might happen next. This makes generative AI not only a tool for the present but also a foundation for the future of the cybersecurity. I hope this FDP has successfully combined knowledge sharing with skill development. It has also given participants the chance to connect with peers, share experiences, and build a strong community of cybersecurity professionals and educators. Such interactions are equally important because technology evolves rapidly, but it is through collaboration and community building that we can stay ahead of challenges. I take this moment to sincerely thank all the speakers who will deliver their expertise and insights. And finally, to all participants, faculty members, researchers, and professionals, your presence here adds immense value. We look forward to your active involvement, engaging discussions, and the sharing of ideas over the coming days. Thank you. Thank you, Ananda.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to give a brief introduction of our principal, Dr. S. Suresh Kumar, sir, Swarnandra College of Engineering and Technology. He completed his postdoctoral fellow in computing and informatics at University of Louisiana at Lafayette at United States of America in 2023. He completed his PhD at Anna University, Chennai 2009 in computer science and engineering. Under his guidance, the number of scholars awarded degree are 16 numbers. And he has esteemed researchers and journals and the publications. He had patent published 4 and granted 3. And he got textbooks of 10, journal papers 101, and conference papers 62. He achieved awards of Young Man Engineer Award in 2009 from the Institution of Engineering and Technology, UK. And he got a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2020 by IJIEMR Elsevier SSRN Research Award Social Science Research Network. He received many achievements. He established and developed the Department of Computer Science Engineering at Nurul Islam College of Engineering, Tamil Nadu in India, 1990 to 1994. He secured an incubation center from MSME of DST in 2018. He established Department of Robotics, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning at SCET 2020 to 2021. He received AICTE Idea Lab offer letter for SCET for rupees 90 lakhs in 2025. It's a great proud moment to our college. And now it's my honor to invite our respected principal, sir, Dr. S. Suresh Kumar, to deliver his presidential address and guide us with his vision for faculty development and research. Sir, please.
Good evening, all. Today's chief guest, Dr. Krishna Prasad, Professor CSE and Director Academics, JNTK Kakinada.
Suresh
Professor
Kumar,
Prasad,
sir, please address
yeah?
the gathering.
Is audible? Hello?
Yes, Principal here, you are audible. Suresh Kumar garu, you are
Audible, sir. You
Please
can proceed, sir.
Okay.
Please continue.
Yes. Once again, good evening to all. It is my privilege to welcome you all to this ASD Training and Learning Academic Sponsored Faculty Development Program. Today is the era of technology. We are living in an era where the technology empowers us, but also challenges us. Cybersecurity is no longer just about firewall and passwords. It is about intelligent, adaptive, and AI-driven systems. At the same time, we see AI being misused by attackers for phishing, deepfakers, and automate cyber attacks. That's why this FTP is so timely and significant. It will help us understand how generic AI can play a dual role, both as a potential threat vector and a powerful defense mechanism. As educator, researchers, and practitioner, it is our responsibility to stay updated so that we can prepare our students and the communities for safer digital future. I sincerely thank ATAL Academic and the AFCT for continuous support for the faculty development, and I appreciate our organizing team and coordinators, Dr. RBBS Prasad, HOD IT, and Professor Ramakrishna Raju, Assistant Professor IT, and their team for their dedication in organizing this FTP program in time with a good number of people. I wish all participants to make the most of these sessions, engage actively, share knowledge, and explore collaborative opportunities. Together, let us use AI not a threat, but as a tool to build a safer and a smarter digital future. I would like to close this words of Arthur C. Clarke. Any sufficiently advances in technology is indistinguishable from magic. Let us ensure that the magic of AI serves the cause of security and not insecurity. Thank you, and best wishes for the successful FDP, and best future endeavors for attending all the teachers, researchers, and students. All the best. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Now comes the most awaited moment of this inaugural session. I would like to give a brief introduction of our chief guest, Dr. M.H.M. Krishna Prasad, sir, Director of Academics, JNTU, Kakinada. He is currently serving as a professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, College of Kakinada, JNTUK, and is the Director of Academics overseeing academic curriculums development and research scholars at JNTU, Kakinada, Andhra Pradesh. He earned his Bachelor's of Engineering from CBIT, Osmania University, Hyderabad, and obtained his MTech and PhD degrees from JNTU, Hyderabad. He has published 50 plus research papers in reputed international journals and conferences and has participated in numerous national conferences in India and abroad. His research interests include data mining, big data analytics, security, and high performance computing. He is the recipient of the prestigious State Teacher Award presented by the Honorable Chief Minister, Government of Andhra Pradesh on 5th September 2019. It's my privilege to invite our chief guest, Dr. M.H.M. Krishna Prasad, sir, Director of Academies, JNTU, Kakinada, to deliver his presidential address and guide us with his vision for faculty development and research. Sir, please, sir.
Thank you, Uma Devi. Yeah. Principal, Professor S. Suresh Kumar Garu, Head of the Department, Coordinator for the workshop. Am I audible or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Audible,
Proceed,
sir.
sir.
Audible, sir.
Audible, sir. Audible.
Sir?
Sir, it's audible, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Once again, good evening to one and all. Principal, Professor S. Suresh Kumar, Coordinator and Head of the Department, RVV Prasad, and the young Co-Coordinator, Ramakrishna Raju, and my dear participants. Good evening to one and all. It's an opportunity for me to participate in this FDP program on AI-powered cyber threat intelligence, the role of generative AI in modern security. Even the title itself is reflecting the need of the hour. At a time when cyber threats are becoming increasingly sophisticated and dynamic, the theme of this FDP both timely and highly relevant. The integration of artificial intelligence, particularly generative AI, into cyber defense strategies marks a transformative shift in the way one can detect, predict, and respond to cyber attacks. Traditional methods of threat detection often rely on known signatures and predefined rules, which are no longer sufficient against modern adversaries who use advanced evolving techniques. Nowadays, friends, I want to mention one more point with you, quantum key distribution. Hope you all are familiar how quantum computing, quantum technologies are emerging. They are producing even, at one time, we thought elliptic curve cryptography is sufficient to provide keys and all. But now life is changed. Generative AI, with its ability to learn patterns, simulate attack scenarios, and generate proactive defense strategies, provides a new dimension to cyber threat intelligence. By seeing the galaxy of experts, starting from Valli Kumari Madam, and Batu is a dynamic guy. Currently, I think he's the head of the department at NIT Andhra Pradesh. They are very instrumental. They are serious researchers, those who are going to handle sessions to you. And I hope this FDP stand a crucial initiative to bridge the gap between emerging technologies and security practices. It will not only enhance the knowledge of participants, but also empower educators and researchers to contribute to creating safer and more resilient digital ecosystem. I am confident that discussions, hands-on sessions, hope some demonstration sessions are also there, and experts' insight during this program will spark new ideas and collaboration that will benefit academia, industry, and society at large. Seems to be 100 plus participants are attending the faculty development program. This is one thing on one side. This is an advantage for conducting online faculty development program. On the other side, experts need to work a lot to bring seriousness among the participants. I congratulate the organizers for choosing such a forward-looking theme and bringing together experts, practitioners, and faculty members under one platform. I encourage all participants to make the best use of this opportunity by engaging actively, exploring interdisciplinary perspectives, and contributing to shaping the future of cybersecurity through the power of AI. My best wishes to you one and all, and my congratulations to the principal, head of the department, co-coordinator, Uma Devi anchor, okay, and all the participants and faculty. Hope you will get very good experience. And at the same times, I advise the participants to go through the top-rated international conferences on this area, like ICQBN, okay? Some RSAC, several conferences are there. They help, they bring updated knowledge in the recent emerging areas. My best wishes to the organizers and the college for conducting the program. Thank you. Thank you for giving the opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, we are privileged to have a distinguished set of speakers for this FDP. Now, we'd like to give a brief introduction of our esteemed speaker of today's session, Dr. Nagaraju Baideti, NIT Nagaland. Sir contributed for the success of the organization through persistent hard work and commitment, thus providing a platform to explore completely and realize potential in a challenging and creative environment. He completed his PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from National Institute of Technology, Nagaland in the year 2019. He completed his Master's in Computer Science and Technology from the College of Engineering, Andhra University in the year 2018. Currently, he's working as an assistant professor under grade 1 level 12 in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering in National Institute of Technology, Nagaland. Sir has industry experience too in the technology consultant at Hewlett Packard for the period of 2 years and has served as a project leader at Tech Mahindra R&D Services for a period of 2.5 years. And he's mainly has the areas of interest in social network analysis, wireless communication and networks, recommender systems, intelligent network for smart cities, intelligent transportation systems, and wireless sensor networks. And under his guidance, he has 7 research scholars, ongoing 2 full-time and 5 part-time. He has many research publications, patents, and many more. It's my privilege to invite our speaker, Dr. Nagaraju Baideti, to deliver his presidential knowledge and guide us with his vision for faculty development and research. Sir, please, sir.
Thank you, madam, for your kind introduction. I hope I am audible to everyone.
Yes. Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Shall we start the session, madam?
Yes, sir. Before that, just I'll tell you one. I need to inform one more point, sir.
Please. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
So for every session, attendance cum feedback will be provided. So all participants, so go through the chat in middle of the session. So you'll be getting the attendance cum feedback link. And to be noted, 80% of attendance is mandatory to get the participation certification. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you, madam. Let me start. I feel blessed, and I request all the participants to kindly mute your audio, please. Or the organizers can mute everybody, madam. Only when there is a question and answer session, I think we can unmute the. Yeah, I unmuted myself. And for the benefit of everybody's data, I think we can also switch off our video. If it is required, we can switch on our videos also. I hope this is fine. I feel really blessed and honored to appear in front of many faculty and this particular institute who is hosting this particular ATAL FDP is not a new institute for me, even though I have not visited Swarnandhra College physically. In the pandemic time or post-pandemic era, you can say, I have conducted many programs and I have been invited from the organization in many instances. Right? So I thank all the management, the organizers once again for giving this opportunity to me. And I am truly honored to represent the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Nagaland. Such a privilege that I am having today to deliver a talk on Introduction to Cyber Threat Intelligence. So much before I start my presentation, I would like to give a small case study that what we are actually facing right now. Some or the other, right? We always get different calls asking for OTP. Even though we are well educated, sometimes we fall into the trap in such a manner that we get pulled by many people. Will you agree with me or not? Sometimes we know that we should not share OTP or should not install some applications. You know, a couple of years back, I was attending a function at NIT Nagaland. I was enjoying all the beautiful dance and so much more is happening in the vibrant atmosphere. And all of a sudden, I got a message that somebody is trying to access your other credentials. So I didn't bother much because I'm not sharing anything. So within 5 minutes, I got so many emails that my Aadhaar authentication is failed. From Canara Bank, I never had any account in Canara Bank. I never had any account there. So like that, within 5 minutes, nearly 40 bank accounts were trying. I wonder, I have only 3 bank accounts, where hardly I have few thousands of rupees in 1 or 2 accounts, right? So I thought it's okay. I was about to go to Nepal in another couple of days. I am telling the story, but it is the reality, right? Real story which happened to me. I had 5,000 rupees in my 5,200 rupees in my salary account. I just got up by seeing so many messages. I just got up to come to the chamber to see in my laptop. Immediately, I got a message that 5,200 rupees have been withdrawn through a option called as AEPS. I never know what is AEPS till that point of time. I had 5,200 rupees. 5,200 rupees are gone. Just in a split of a second. I came here because we are not very intelligent, but because being from a computer science background, having done PhD in computer science, so we know what is an OTP. Everybody knows, but little much about that. I have not shared anything. So I sit for 1.5 hours. I prepared a 30-page report, 30-page a report, because it's hard-earned money of mine. How can I leave it? That's my feeling. What is AEPS? I went and searched it. So it says Aadhaar enabled payment service. Aadhaar enabled payment service, I never heard. And I went inside and I searched what exactly is this. Somebody used my biometric and they withdraw money. Then I never gave my biometric anywhere. I didn't share my biometric. But later I came to know that by default, when we are taking Aadhaar card, our biometrics are enabled. I am not sure, okay, like how they got my biometric. Somehow people got my biometric access and they used my biometric and they withdraw money. They tried in other banks, they could not do it, but from my SBI, I'm not saying SBI is bad, but from my SBI account, my salary account, 5,200 rupees are just gone. But I prepared a report. I went to the Chumukutima in my Nagaland, where I stay. So I went and submitted the report. I already, before submitting the manual report to the SBI branch manager, on the very night when it happened, I emailed, I have went to the cyber crime portal, I registered a case. I am very fortunate enough, within 3 weeks, much before my case went to the police station, my money got returned to me. I was very happy that I got my money back, but at the same time, I educated all my NIT faculty, including my director, that please disable the biometric by logging into my Aadhaar. And just like this, some of you might realize, अरे पैसा हुआ था, पैसा खत्म हो गया हमारा, पैसा गायब हो गया हमारा, डबल कोई नहीं मालूम, पैसा gone, money gone. Many people in my own college, one junior assistant who works with me in purchase section, she lost 1,60,000, not 1 or 2. You know how people are practical. You know what happened to her? She did not notice that money is going from her account because no SMS was coming. You know what the intruder has done? Tactically, there was a phone call where, whoever you are, how much well educated you are, they will talk in such a way that we never know that we are falling into the trap. She fell into the trap of them. She clicked one link, one app got downloaded. The moment she got that app, the entire mobile went into their control. They have rediverted all the SMS, and whenever they are taking the money, they are getting the SMS, but she is not getting notified. So she never observed At one fine day, he went to the ATM, he identified through the same Aadhaar enabled payment service. You can withdraw 10,000 rupees a day and you have withdrawn 1,16,000 rupees. If it happened to me, I will definitely not be alive because 5,000 rupees itself I have spent 1.5 hours. But it's 1 lakh means 1 lakh, first of all, it is not, that's a different matter, but you just see how intellectually people are doing cyber crimes, right? So with this small introduction, right, how sensitive the data is, and people nowadays want either free money or easy money. Nobody, I'm not saying everyone. There are a group of people who you might be seeing you might have seen Jamtara movie, right? This is era where we are living in data-driven society. Your water card details, sensitive matter. Your Aadhaar card details, sensitive matter. Your income tax details, sensitive matter. What not? You mention anything. People are running beyond your data only. Not only your data, it can be anything. You are logging into Amazon, you are logging into many times without our notice, we just click, use Google login and click, next. Hello. There will be so many things which we will not even read. We just click permit, and finally, sometimes we end up in a huge disaster. Right? So this entire FDP is all about cyber threats, cyber threat intelligence, artificial driven CTI, cyber threat intelligence, and many more topics are going to come where exclusively people are concentrating on how far we can use cyber threat intelligence to safeguard ourselves as a faculty. Maybe some of you might be teaching network security and cryptography course. Some people might be dealing with research scholars. Some people may have their own research area into this network security, right? All this, wherever security comes, right? There are so many call for proposal. Recently, MIT has given a call for proposal. I think many of you might have seen. September 15th is the last date where they are asking proposals where we can contribute to the cyber crimes, how best we can tactically handle them. So, with this small introduction, before I actually start my thing, I want to set up the tone for this particular 5 days FDP. So, I request everybody to kindly mute your audio, please. And there is absolutely no need for turning on our video. I think I should also mute my video, right? Is it clear, everybody, that we are into an era where the data is the most sensitive part and we are prone to cyber threats? The moment there is an internet, the moment you say internet and there is a threat. So internet allows or invites threats. But can we survive without internet? Can we survive without mobile? You can't even imagine. You can't even imagine an era right now. The internet or the mobile usage has penetrated into such a level, a deeper level of it's part and parcel of our life. The internet is like our body part. Cognitively, the brain is tuned in such a way. People say, Google it. People say, even the LKG student says, if you don't know, my son says, if I cannot answer them, my son says, you go to Google, Daddy, it will give everything. There now, my son, I never imagined that a computer can respond to me. But now my sons are using ChatGPT better than me, Gemini better than me. They don't even text, they don't even type. They say, they will enable the voice, they will talk. Hey, Google, tell me this. And they are able to see all the answers. So when we are living in such a society, can we escape from the internet? There is no way. There is no way that we can live. We can still live, but we will consider that we are in the Stone Age, right? Not the millennium data-driven age right now. So with this brief introduction, let me share my screen. I hope you are able to see my screen. In case if you are able to see my screen, please respond.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Visible. Thank you, sir. So let me go to the slideshow mode. Just a second. And let me, at this point of time, I think it will be better I mute my video also. Just a second, please. Yeah, fine. So, introduction to cyber threat intelligence. Hope you are able to see my second screen. Once the confirmation is there, I will move on. Can you please tell me what you are able to see on the screen? What are you seeing on my screen, please?
Introduction to cyber threat intelligence.
No, I went to the next screen. You are not able to see. I moved to the second slide. Did you see presentation outline?
No, sir. No.
Then I will share my entire screen. Just a second. I will stop sharing. Let me share the entire screen. Share entire screen. Now my entire screen is shared.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Presentation outline is there, sir.
Now presentation outline is there, no? Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the presentation outline for today is I will go introduce, because this is an introduction session for the FDP. So I would like to give the more length and breadth of what exactly is cyber security, right? What are cyber threats? How significant it is, and then I will also go through different cyber threats, their examples and case studies. Then I will explain with an analogy what exactly is data, what is information, what is intelligence, and then I will introduce you what is cyber threat intelligence. Then we will also discuss about the benefits of having CTI, cyber threat intelligence. Then I will walk through the life cycle of cyber threat intelligence, and then we will see various levels and also called as different types of cyber threat intelligence. So with this, we will start our presentation of today's session. So let us have a small roadmap of what exactly is cybersecurity, right? Just like physical security, which is aimed at protecting physical property and people from criminal activity. What do we say when we say physical security? So suppose you might be hearing that, sir, some people will go to the police station and say sir, I am having a threat. My life is in threat. So that is what we talk about physical security. Or physical security can happen to a person, to the person's property, right? People or property. Physical security is basically targeting the property or people from the criminal activity or an accidental damage like that. But when we talk about cyber security, this particular security is actually protecting the computer systems or the backend servers or the end user applications or the basically the users of those systems or the data that they are going to store. So when we can clearly differentiate between a physical security, which is for a people, for a person or a property, from a physical criminal activity or from an accidental damage, to the cyber security. So cyber security is basically protecting your computer systems, servers, applications, etc., or the users who are using the system, right? Then the main aim of cyber security is to prevent the cyber criminals. As I told you right earlier, somebody has taken my money, but I never shared anything. Absolutely no sharing of information happened, but still they are able to. That means how they are able to do, somewhere my fingerprint has gone leaked. So there are so many places where you can also means where the people clone their mobile SIM card and they use your phone number. You are not using your phone number. That's why many times you are getting a call, sir, you got a parcel, you got drugs in it. Unless until you give me this ransom, attacks will come. No, all these things are part of cyber. They are all cyber criminals, and it is also aimed at preventing malicious insiders. Who is a malicious insider? A person who does not have permission to enter into the system. But if he is trying to enter, then that particular person or a software is called as a malicious software or a malicious insider, right? Now, what they are going to do, they are actually trying to access. Why they are going to access? To disrupt or to modify the IT systems and applications. I hope you are able to understand who are cyber criminals. A cyber criminal can be a person. A cyber criminal can be an autonomous bot also. You know bot, 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 right? So bot can be a software where they are trying to maliciously enter into the system to access the data which this is not intended to do, or to harm or disrupt the IT system and application. Right? Now, why is it important? See, I didn't prepare much on the slides because the slides, if I keep putting more content, so there is, it's like a news reading, right? So I have put simple bullets, but I am explaining in detail to you. Why is this important? Why we need cyber security, right? As I said, we are living in a data-driven society. I just want to tell you, in between, if you people feel, no, sir, we are not understanding, immediately please let me know, because I cannot go to the chat and come back, right? It is difficult to go and see. So you can unmute yourself if you have any trouble completely understanding what I am saying. If there is no trouble, then we can take the question and answers later on. And trust me, I am also new to this particular area. I don't feel that I am an expert in this particular field, but I got an opportunity to learn something new in this FDP. So I'm learning like you, right? We are all learning together. So why cyber security is important? Cyber security is very important because in the digital driven society, the entire human society is going digital. All the aspects of our life are facilitated by networks. What is a network here? For example, you are going to a market. a small vegetable vendor. How many people are giving cash? I forgot how to give a cash now. Everywhere I go, I scan the QR code. There are so many apps like Google Pay, Phone Pay, Credit App, Beam Pay. There are so many apps. So there is a network here. There are so many computers around us. Computer need not be a physical desktop. It can be a mobile. A mobile is also working like a computer, right? And there are so many. We are living in an era where all the electronic gadgets are surrounding us, and there are so many software applications, right? So what I mean to say is, we live based on the electronic devices only nowadays. Somebody is still unmuting. Please mute yourself. Request you. Kindly mute yourself. Now, let us talk about where exactly we use the digital infrastructure. In healthcare, yes, we use in healthcare, we use automated systems. Yes. In financial institutions, obviously, who is going to the bank and taking money? They're all going to withdraw money from the ATM, right? So definitely it is also prone to cyber threat. Then governments, yes, it is majority of the government sector is getting digitalized. In the manufacturing industry, yes, it is digitalized. Everybody is using computers or smart devices as the core part of their operation. Is it not? Everybody uses computer or some kind of electronic gadgets, the so-called smart devices. Gone are those days we should say electronic device, we can say smart device, right? And majority of these devices are connected to the internet. Now, the threat actors have a greater incentive than finding ways to infiltrate those computer systems for financial gain, extortion, political and social motives, right? We can say vandalism or hacktivism. Hacking became a joy for many people. You know, for fun, people hack, not for taking money. There are some people who forgot that it is not ethical. People just hack the system. You know, the military systems also, the defense systems are also prone to attack. But there is a rigorous research going on there, and you know, over the past 2 decades, cyber attacks were launched against critical infrastructure in all the developed nations. It's not the developing nations which are in the threat. The so-called developed nations are actually more vulnerable to the cyber threats. And there are number of businessmen. There are countless number of businessmen who has actually suffered these catastrophic losses. You know, there are over 2,000 confirmed data breaches globally every year. And with each breach, these are the statistics which I have obtained. For each breach costing over $3.9 million on an average. And you know, in the USA, the average figure is $8.1 million every year. And you know, from 2000, the year 2000, the era where the internet started boom, right? Over 3.5 billion people, half of the world's population, have their private information stolen by the cyber criminal. Some or the other way, our data is already leaked. Some or the other way, your social account, you know, many times we will get a message as if our friend is asking, "Hey, Archandra, I need money." And immediately you will see in Facebook, my account is hacked. Please don't use. Many people, even my Facebook account is also hacked many times. And sometimes people call, you know, in a video call will come. Recently, one of my family, my wife's family, right? Son is living in UK, one son is living in US. Because recently, just 2 weeks back, there was a threatening call that we caught hold of your son in UK. If you don't give 1 lakh, your son will be killed. And they generated AI audio of that person. Daddy, please save me. Daddy, please save me. And this father got really gone crazy. And he called his son, Unfortunately, son is sleeping at night. Immediately he is transferred 1 lakh. After some time, the son gets up and say, "How are you, daddy?" They were scared. It will nothing happen to me. You see how criminals are finding ways to do cyber crimes like this, right? So what I mean to say, there are so many security breaches and threats that can affect our nearly. There are so many systems around us. For example, let's see where this cyber crime will happen. Cyber security, and let's dig deep where exactly it can happen. Cyber security or the security breach. It can happen in any system. For example, let us take communication as a domain. You may get different phone calls, you may get different emails, you may get different text messages, or there are so many messaging apps. They all can be used by for cyber. So communication is one important channel for the cyber criminals to attack us. Then finance sector or finance is another domain, right? Naturally, all the financial institutions are the primary target for the attackers, and any organization which is processing or dealing with the bank or credit card information are at risk. I hope you are able to understand what I am saying. Then government institutions are commonly targeted by the who may be after some private sigil information or confidential public. Coming to the transportation sector, now you may think what transportation sector can have. Nowadays, people talk about autonomous driving vehicles, right? Maybe in our nation, autonomous driving has not yet started, but in some nations already it is there. You know, there is an app called as Waymo. It is a sister concern of a Google company, like our Ola and Uber. You can go to the YouTube and you can see there are beautiful videos from Waymo. You just stay in your location. You have installed a Waymo app. You request for a car. Without any person driving the car, autonomous driving car will come to you, and you know what they are doing? They know, thanks to the artificial intelligence, thanks to machine learning. Sometimes sharing the data is good. I will tell you the good example. What happens? The moment the Waymo car comes, they know what music you like. How they know? Because you are watching YouTube or you are Spotify, Ghana. I'm just telling some examples, right? Based on the music that you are listening, they forecast or they know what kind of music this person likes. This is basically sentiment analysis. You are based on your historical data. The moment you enter into the car, automatically playing your favorite music, automatically, and you feel good, great, not good, great, because it is playing your favorite song without asking. So, but these things can be used for good things, but at the same time, when the data is leaked, hello, there is always a chance that your data, which is sensitive, may be used for something else. So when I am talking about the transportation system, Waymo car comes and it will take you to the destination. And just imagine how much of data is emerging from that autonomous vehicle. When there are so many vehicles in that, every vehicle ejects millions of packets. It can be from the nearest objects, it can be about the speed of the vehicle, it can be anything about the environment. It ejects millions of packets per day. And like that, imagine there are completely autonomous vehicles going around. Just imagine how much data is at threat, right? So as I said, transportation is one domain where we have connected cars, and we also have traffic control systems, and we also have smart road infrastructure. All are at risk because of the cyber threats. See, because I'm actually introducing you the cyber threats. That's why today I'm going to show you different areas where one of the area can be of good interest and you can do, you can give projects to the students, you can actually take care of your PG and PC or UG projects, or you can give a research scholar about something which can work upon. Now, another one, healthcare. Anything from the medical record, there is any, please mute yourself. Thank you. So healthcare is another sector where you have a lot of sensitized data. For example, I request the same person as organizers, you have an option. Organizers, you have an option.
Okay, sir.
Mandatorily
Okay.
mandatorily mute everybody.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Only give
Okay,
me
sir.
the,
I will change the option, sir.
so that nobody can unmute themselves.
Okay, sir.
Only
Okay,
when
sir.
it is required, only when it is required, they can give in a chat box. And at any point of time, if you are not understanding, please keep me a question. The chat box, one of the organizers can see and then can unmute you. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. I hope you can. As I said, healthcare is one of the major sector where everything from the medical records at a local clinic to a critical care systems at a national hospital are vulnerable to attack. There are many ways, recently surrogacy, there are so many things. I don't want to go in detail, but there are many cases which we are seeing. People are going to attack in healthcare also. But thanks to the technology, right, there are always two sides of a coin. There are huge number of softwares which are basically handling these threats also. The final sector where the security breach can happen is the education sector. The confidential research data or the information they hold about students or a staff, they can also be a risk for the attack. So to summarize, many websites and the web applications are the major gateway for the attacker. Why? Because once the data or the gateway, from the gateway, it is going to the public network, which is an internet, right? The moment internet is there, there is that is the potential source for the cyber criminals to attack. So basically, the websites or the web applications, these are the gateway or the main entry point for the attacker. Why? Why? Because they are exposed to the public internet, and they are, in general, the websites or the web applications, they are commonly connected to the back-end systems. It can be a server where this particular point represents a weak link in the organization's security strategy. So, whether your organization is a business of any size, a website receiving substantial traffic, or it can be an institution or a non-profit organization serving the public interest, preparing or defending against any cyber security threats should be one of your foremost concerns. So, in case, as of now, we are in a faculty, so we may not have a business, but nowadays, faculty are actually the people, who starts their research, and when faculty and industry come together, then we can achieve furthermore. I hope everybody is clear what we are delivering. In case if you have any doubts, let me just pause for a 2 minute, and I just ask us to, the flow is fine, whether you are able to understand or not. Please respond in the chat. I am now seeing the chat now. Is this clear? Can somebody respond? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me continue. Now let's try to understand what are the principles of What are the principles of cyber security? The primary objective is to protect the data. The primary objective is to protect the data. So there is a triad, basically a triangle of three related principles to ensure that the data is secure, and this is also called as CIA triad. What is CIA? C, confidentiality, I, integrity, and A, availability. These three forms a triad, right? And this is the key principle or the key principles of cybersecurity. So what is confidentiality? Right? Confidentiality is all about ensuring the sensitive data is accessible only to those who actually need it, and they are permitted to access according to the organizational policies while blocking access to others. I will tell a simple example. Imagine you are having a big business and everybody has are working for a payroll. They are working for the company, and everybody has a payroll. Now imagine I'm working right now at an international. Suppose if there is a complete end-to-end automation system where I can see my salary, I should not see my colleague's salary details, right? Because my role is only seeing my data. But whereas the assistant registrar, who actually process our salary, may have an access to all the records of all the employees, faculty, non-teaching staff, research scholars, all the people. So confidentiality is one of the foundational or foundation stone of cyber security, which we say one of the key principles in the triad. So you ensure the data is accessible to those who are allowed, and depending upon the role, the level of data that they are going to access also decided by the roles as well. Then integrity. What is integrity? Integrity is all about making sure data and systems are not modified due to the actions by the threat actors, the cyber criminals, or accidental modification. By chance also, data should not be modified by the intruders. Measures should be taken to prevent corruption or loss of sensitive data and to speedily recover from such an event if it occurs. People are now going for fault tolerant systems. Fault tolerant one started with a concept that if one system is down, the other system will take care. Now it has penetrated into a level where, in case if there is a cyber threat happened and if there is a data loss, the system should recover that loss also to maintain the integrity of the system. Now, the next thing is availability. What is availability? Availability basically is ensuring that the data remains available and it is useful for its end users, and this particular access is not hindered by system malfunction, cyber attack, or even security measures themselves. What I mean to say, even though there is an attack, the system should be so advanced in nature that even it is being attacked, the data which has to be available should be available. So these are the three major foundation blocks that a cyber security provides. So this is called as CIA. Then let us try to understand what kind of cyber threats are available. What are the different cyber threats? We will see some examples and we will also see some case studies. Okay. Now, I would like to tell you one thing about a good bot, POT bot, and a bad bot. Okay. For example, you log into a LIC website, or you log into any portal, immediately a chat bot will come. I think everybody might have realized, or you might have come across such things. Bot, BOT, chat bot. You know chat bots, right? So you log into any portal, for example, you go to IRCTC website, immediately a Disha chatbot will come. You log into Aviva Life Insurance, a chatbot will come. You go to LIC, a chatbot will come. You go to Policy Bazaar, a chatbot will come. So sometimes having these chatbots or bots, they are good. You know, good bots. Let us talk about a good bot. The purpose of good bot is actually they are designed for a beneficial task that improve website functionality, user experience, or to provide helpful information. For example, you go to search engine crawlers like Google bot. These bots index the web pages for search engines. There are another bot called as chatbot, as I said. They are used for customer service, for providing. These things are very good, but at the same time, there are some bots which are very harmful. They are called as bad bots. What are bad bots? For example, distributed denial of service attack, or somebody who is creating a bot for purposefully scraping the data and modifying data, etc. Why am I talking about the bots here? Why? Because I'm going to introduce you now various attacks with the good examples. I will share entire notes. Okay, this people may get a doubt. Sir, your slides are having bullet points, but the contents are more. I have prepared a good notes. I will share all the notes with you, including the presentation. After my second session, that is tomorrow, I am having another session, right? Once my sessions are completed, I will share my slide decks to the main organizer, sir, who has contacted me and given. Now, the first type of cyber threat, that is phishing and social engineering attacks. What is this? That is, as per the definition, it is basically tricking the users for revealing the credentials or installing some malware, usually via email, SMS, or fake websites. Basically, this is how people are getting attacked. For example, you will get a link or an email, right? Or which will lead to a fake website, and the moment you are click, you are gone. All the information is gone. For example, a fake Office 365 Office login page asking professors to renew the account. You know, in NIT Nagaland, we used to get email as if our directors are assigned initially. Immediately, we used to inform to the data center, and they will make sure that these things. You know, the people are very intelligent. You create a shield, they will come up with something else where you have to. So our data center people are very technically capable. The moment we are informing them, they are coming up with a safeguard, a shield, and we are happily working there. Many times we get some suddenly one WhatsApp message. You know, I'm telling the reality, right? Last year, our director sir has joined last year May. Within 1 month, everybody started getting a WhatsApp message with his profile photo asking something. Then all of a sudden we got a doubt. Why director? See, do you think directors are will ask money from us? And it happened. I'm telling the reality, which happened immediately. We informed to director sir, and we have informed to the data center as well to take steps. So majority of the phishing happens with the social websites or social networking. Let's take a case study, right? In 2016 US presidential elections, you know what happened? Hackers has sent the spear phishing emails to campaign staff. Once staff has entered the credentials, hackers gained the access to thousands of private emails, and they shaped the global politics. So, what are the lessons that we can learn from this particular phishing and social engineering attack? Humans are the weakest link. Who they are attacking here in this particular phishing and social engineering attack? Human beings. So, the cyber threat intelligence, which I am going to introduce you, they must track phishing campaigns and they should evolve in such a way that they will automatically handle them. So this is one area you can take your research scholars, or even you can take BTech and MTech projects. Then the next one is malware attacks. You might have heard about this virus, a Trojan, or worm, spyware. What is the definition of a malware attack? Basically, a malicious software which is designed to either disrupt or spy or steal the data. For example, a Trojan disguised as a PDF syllabus file that installs keyloggers. You know, there is a case study for this in the year 2010. STUX Next, the first known cyber weapon. What they did, they targeted in Iran's nuclear program by injecting Siemens PLCs via their USB drives. You know what physical damage it happened? They caused the physical damage by spinning centrifuges abnormally. So what is the lesson that we can take from here? A malware can actually bridge the cyber and the physical worlds. This particular attack is basically bridging the gap between the cyber world and the physical world. Then I think many of you might have come across this ransomware attack. What is it? They actually encrypt the victim data. They will see the secret information or the private data, and they will demand the ransomware in terms of payment. Right? For example, a university library's e-resources can be locked, demanding the Bitcoin. In 2021, there was a ransomware attack, which is very familiar. The Colonial Pipeline, it is called as. What happened? The US pipeline shut down. What hackers have done, they are called as dark side group. They demanded $4.4 million ransom. What is the result? Fuel shortages, panic in buying. Even in Ames, Delhi, in the year 2022, the servers encrypted, healthcare data inaccessible. For weeks, they have encrypted the servers. So, what is the lesson that we can learn? Basically, the ransomware is nothing but the outcome of massive operational and societal disruption. Why they do this? They want to disrupt the society. Then, the next service is distributed denial of service. What does it mean? You know very well, right? This is a basic thing which everybody who is from a computer science background, why I'm showing this introduction in a deeper level. There is every chance in FDP there can be, I think, one of the professor, he is also talking about let us go multidisciplinary. The cyber threats or cyber threat intelligence is not only belonging to the computer science, it can affect any domain people. So I am just going to the basic level so that you will get a good understanding of the length and breadth of this particular workshop, because mine is the first session. I have to teach that. So what is DDoS? People will start flooding the system with the illegitimate requests so that the main user who is actually wanting the service will not get the service. Basically, denial of service. Every software has a capacity to handle. So what I will do is, I will make sure there are so many illegitimate requests. I will show to the network as if the network is completely congested. So as a definition wise, DDoS is basically flooding a system so that the users cannot access the services. What kind of DDoS service can happen in an exam? Imagine, for example, in your particular institute or a university, you are conducting an online exam. You are conducting an online exam. Sir, no, sir, this is not Corona time. Why should I conduct an online exam? Just imagine, there is a campus placement going on. Nowadays, campus placements are all happening online. So imagine XYZ company is conducting a full campus in your area where 10,000 students are writing an exam. Imagine like that. So the students overwhelm the online exam server during the test. So, in 2016, there was this attack called as a Mirai. What they have done, this botnet basically, botnet is basically which is a illegitimate software which creates this. So this name is, the botnet name is Mirai. It has used millions of IoT devices, for example, CCTV cameras, routers, to overwhelm the servers. You know what happened? Netflix, Twitter, Reddit, everybody went offline. So what is the lesson from this distributed denial of service attack? This will show how insecure our IoT devices can become a global weapon. Now, the next one, man in the middle attack, also called as MITM. An attacker secretly intercepts and alters communication between two parties. For example, you have in university, you have a Wi-Fi campus. So what they will do, they will create a fake campus-free Wi-Fi and they will capture the professor's login credentials. You know, in the year 2013, a Turkish credit card fraud happened where the hacker used this particular man-in-the-middle attack on the public Wi-Fi to intercept the banking credentials of the tourists. You know, many places when we go, we connect to the Wi-Fi just because it is free, right? We don't want to use our mobile data whenever there is a free Wi-Fi. Make sure, boss, that you are using a secured Wi-Fi. What is the lesson? Encryption and the secure channels are very, very essential. Make use of hypertext transfer protocol, secure HTTP, yes, or VPNs, virtual private networks. Then the next attack is SQL injection or any other web app attacks, right? So what is this? Basically, it is injecting some malicious SQL queries into the input fields to access backend databases, right? So, you know, in the year 2011, Sony Pictures, you know Sony, right? The Sony channel, right? Movie. So Sony Pictures, in the hackers have exploited to steal personal data of 77 million PlayStation users. Just imagine. So when you have poor coding practices, it opens the door for the attack. Then the next one is zero-day exploits. What it happens? Basically, these are the attacks which exploit the vulnerabilities of that are unknown to the vendor or the public. You know, an example, an unpatched Microsoft Outlook bug allowing attackers to gain admin access. You know, there is an example in the year 2020, SolarWinds Orion attack. What happened? You know, here the hackers inserted the backdoor code into updates. Customers unknowingly installed the malware. That's all. You know, many times you will get, there is an update, there is an update. You should never do. And all the victims, you know, who are the victims? They are the US, United States Treasury, the Homeland Security. So, what are the lessons that we can take from this? Cyber threat intelligence, vital for early detection of unknown exploitation. Now, insider threats. What is this insider threats? Basically, these are nothing but the negligent actions by the employer or the contractor. For example, a lab technician, example I'm telling, a lab technician copies the research data into the USB. That's all. What happens? Data will be out. You know, in the year 2013, Edward Snowden, an insider at NSA, leaked classified documents revealing global surveillance programs. You know what is the lesson that we are going to learn? Not all the threats come from outside. Monitor internal access and anomalies. Then supply chain attacks. These are basically the attackers are compromising the trusted third-party vendors or the software to reach the target. For example, a compromised library dependency in a Python package infects all the downstream apps. You know, you never know, right? In the year 2013, there was a target data breach attack where they have infiltrated via HVAC vendor. They have taken 40 million credit card details. And then what is the lesson? You have to trust in the supply chain, which are continuously verified. Not not least, but the last but not the least, advanced persistent threats. What are these? These are the long-term targeted attacks, often backed by nation states. You know, for example, hackers silently monitor the defense lab networks for years. You know, you take any nation, their defense network is under severe attack persistently with more advanced features. You know, one of the example of this APT, APT means Advanced Persistent Threat, Chinese cyber unit in the year 2013. The report showed so many years there are some cyber criminals who are trying to steal the intellectual property from 141 United States companies. So what are the lessons that we can take? Be stealthy, political, and these are the economic warfare attacks happens from advanced persistent threats. So I am holding here. I hope people are now with this introduction. I showed you in how many ways there are threats to our networks. It can be an education sector. It can be any sector. You might be wondering that what is going to happen. I am only working in a small institute. You might be working in a small institute, but as a faculty, you are the role model the students is upon. You know, there are many, I think, BTech courses introduced by AICTE exclusively, like BTech in AIML, BTech in data science, BTech in network security and cryptography. So people now, many people are studying advanced topics. The BTech, which was actually a generic program, became a specific program in many of the universities. And some IITs and NITs are also starting BTech with artificial intelligence, BTech with network security, right? So this is all about different types of attacks. Now, you might be wondering, what is we learned what is a cyber threat. We know what is a cyber security, what is confidentiality, integrity, availability. This is all done. Now we will go to what exactly is cyber threat intelligence. What is this? We know cyber threats are everywhere. You know, there is something called as reactive and proactive measure. Everybody knows about what is reactive and proactive. Cyber threat intelligence is all about being proactive in nature. Gone are those days. Earlier, people used to go for a reactive network. Now, with the advancement of tomorrow, I am going to show you what 5G networks are, how much they are secure. When we are advancing in our technology, it is more vulnerable to cyber attacks, right? So, and there are many sessions. People will talk about artificial intelligence-driven agent-based cyber threat intelligence. So now we will discuss in detail what exactly is this intelligence. I will take one analogy. What exactly is this data? What is information? And what is intelligence? What is intelligence? Right? Let us try to understand. We will take a foundation analogy in a simple example. Imagine there is a weather forecast. Imagine there is a weather forecast. Right? Let's talk about data, raw data or raw data. Imagine you have some weather forecast meteorological readings, temperature 32 degrees, humidity 85%, barometric pressure is dropping. So suppose there are three features here, you can say, or three attributes. What do you mean? We have nothing to understand from here. Okay, temperature is 32 degrees. Okay, humidity is 85%, pressure is dropping. This is just a data. Now let us derive some information from it. Everybody knows information means a processed data. The temperature is high, 30 degree, and you know humidity 85% is too high, and the pressure is falling. Now we are having a context here. The temperature is high, humidity is high. Some context we are bringing. From the raw data, we brought a context. Now let's see what exactly is intelligence. Intelligence is all about Professor Ramatulasi. Please mute your video. There is no need to unmute your video, please. Please mute your video. Thank you, madam. Now, intelligence. Intelligence is the finished product. Imagine from the same weather forecast, you may say that there is a 90% chance of severe thunderstorm between 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. this afternoon, moving in from west, some direction, expecting high winds and heavy rain. It is advisable to secure outdoor objects and stay indoors. If such kind of prediction comes from the raw data, then we say this is intelligence. Is intelligence. Let me tell you one more example. Right? Let's try to understand what are the qualities of this particular forecast. Now it is contextualized. That means it is telling us what will happen. That is, thunderstorm may happen. When it will happen, maybe around 3 to 5 p.m. Where it is going to happen, from the west. So there is a context. And it is predictive in nature. What is predictive? It may rain. There might be a thunderstorm. So it is telling us what is likely to happen. So from the data, we process the data to say it is an information. And finally, we apply some knowledge and derive some intelligence out of the knowledge. When intelligence comes into the picture, it becomes conceptualized or contextualized. Is the context here? It becomes predictive in nature and it is actionable. What is actionable? It is giving some advice. Please secure the objects, stay indoor. You know, nowadays, many times the weather forecast department sends us. There is a likely, I'm not sure, see, we live in a zone 5 area where it is a huge rainfall will come in the Nagaland, and many times I am getting SMS that very soon there can be thunderstorms, so please stay indoor, don't go outside. It is real, it is happening now. So the main quality, what we are learning from this context of weather forecast analogy is contextualized, it is predictive, and it is actionable. Now, instead of telling direct definitions, see, I don't go with the textbook definitions on this. Now I am telling you what exactly is cyber threat intelligence does. It does exactly what I am explaining from this particular case study. It transforms the raw or noisy or digital data into a forecast of adversary activity that allows an organization to take preemptive action. You are able to understand, right, what I am saying? Is this clear? Now? Yes, madam. Hello? Any doubts?
No, sir. Carry on, sir.
Thank you. Now let's see the formal definition and how the transformation happens. Okay. So in a formal definition wise, formally you can say cyber threat intelligence is evidence-based knowledge, including the context, mechanisms, the indicators, implications, and actionable advice about an existing or emerging menace or a hazard to the assets. So I will tell you a small example. Imagine you have data, raw material. You observe that there is a single log entry showing an IP address. An IP address, some 195, 25, 51, 75, some IP address. and there is an email attached, invoice details.exe. And there was a suspicious domain, secureloginportal.com. At this particular stage, it looks very noisy. Because there are billions of such data points every day. You may see some IP address, you may have an exe file, or there can be. Slowly, when this particular information, that is the raw material, is processed, and when you bring the context, then what will happen? This raw material will be turned into an information. The IP address, for example, X 185.25 or 51.75, it is the command and control server. Found that, no, this is not a simple IP, this is an IP address of the command and control server. Then you also identified the file invoice details.exe as a malware payload in it. Then you also understand the domain, the secureloginportal.com was registered yesterday. Immediately you will understand these things are not good, it's going to be bad, but we don't know what is the biggest story. So you analysis, you do some information with analysis and action, then we connect all the dots. Finally, you will come to know, example, the threat actor known as APT34. You know what is APT, right? Just before one slide, I explained advanced persistent threat. So there can be a group often linked to the Middle Eastern interest, and you may understand that some people are trying to attack my control server. This becomes a true intelligence because it will answer your crucial questions. Who is going to attack? You will know. Why they are attacking? To steal some financial credentials. Example. How? From spear phishing. And what should we do about it? Either we have to block or we have to warn the people, etc. So, cyber threat intelligence is a proactive measure of trying to make the context and becoming actionable. So, in this particular definition, it's basically the transformation of data into intelligence. It's also known as DIKW model: data, information, knowledge, and wisdom. This is the pyramid that many people are adopting for cyber threat intelligence. Now, basically, what are the benefits of having a cyber threat intelligence? What are the benefits, right? Basically, it will highlight the unknown things. When you have cyber threat intelligence in place, we are actually revealing the unknown things. It will show you, it will unleash the hidden threats by enabling the security teams to make more informed decisions and to prepare for unforeseen attacks. So that is one benefit. Then it is actually revealing the adversary behavior by understanding the attacker's TTP, basically tactics, techniques, and procedures. The security professionals, they will gain the insight into a decision-making processes of threat actors, which will allow for better defense strategies. Then it will empower the decision-making. The business leaders like chief information security officers or chief information officers or chief technology officers, they can leverage the threat intelligence to make more informed investment decisions, mitigate the risk, and improve their operational efficiency. So these are various benefits, and the majority part always the security threat intelligence is all about the proactive defense. This threat intelligence will help the organizations move from reacting to the incidents to a proactively anticipating and preventive attacks. As I said already, gone are those days we are working on the reactive networks. People are now going for the proactive networks only. Then, who actually gets the benefits from threat intelligence? Who will get the benefit? You know, this threat intelligence basically provides the value to the organizations of all sizes. It can be a small and medium-sized business. It can be an enterprise. It can be an educational organization. Whoever, What benefit I am getting? This will help them to understand the attackers, respond fast to the incidents, and proactively anticipate the threats. Let's see how a small and medium-sized business will get benefited from the CTA, cyber threat. So they can build a comprehensive, all-in-all in-house security operations. This CTI will help them achieve a good level of protection. Otherwise, they cannot afford. No, something goes wrong, and they will prioritize their defenses and they will mitigate the risk. Otherwise, what will happen? If you don't, nowadays people who are ever is they are establishing any organization, they are having a good team of people who are working from they are building a program which adheres to the cyber threat intelligence. Suppose if it's a larger organization, an enterprise which has so many dedicated security teams are working, so that they will reduce and minimize the incident handling costs. Once a threat happens, if it is not about detection, initially we used to talk about intrusion detection system. Now we are not talking more about IDS, we are talking about IPS, intrusion prevention system. Prevention is far better than detection. Avoiding is far better than detecting and then escaping. Once it is detected, there is a huge loss, right? So people are going for a better prospects of proactive measures which will happen through the cyber threat intelligence. Now, coming to the life cycle, the threat intelligence has a structured, or I can say a well-defined life cycle. It's a continuous process. You can see there is a cycle, right? It's a continuous process for gathering, analyzing, and using the information about the potential cyber threats to improve an organization's security posture. It involves several key phases. What are the phases? The first one, the planning and direction. Here it is written in a shortcut, direction. That's the first phase. Then collection, processing, analysis, dissemination, and feedback. Now this is a cycle, right? So this particular cyclic approach, it allows the organizations to proactively identify and mitigate the risk, respond to the attacks, and learn from past incidents to enhance their defenses. I think very soon, my colleague and best, I usually call him as a brother. My colleague and my brother, Dr. Arul Valan, is going to teach you generative AI, and there are so many other sessions which are lined up. They will talk about how machine learning can be used. So why I am talking about here? Because here also in the life cycle, machine learning is being used. How you can learn from a past incident and enhance their defense. It's all about using machine learning and deep learning and other techniques. Now let us try to understand what exactly is this planning and direction phase. So this is the first phase or the initial phase that defines the organization's security priorities. This is identifying the critical assets and to determine the specific threat intelligence requirements. First of all, you should understand what are the organization's security priorities, right? Now, I am working in an organization, I am working in an institute. I am not having any problem. No, you are actually teaching a student. He might be joining into that particular organization where he might be working on it. So we are learning. Why we are learning new things? Because to improve ourselves. If you are not updated, we are all outdated, including myself. Right? We are updating ourselves so that we are not outdated and we guide the students in the new generation. Right? So this particular planning and direction involves understanding what needs to be protected, what are the impacts, the potential impact of the threat, and different types of intelligence to address it. The second phase is collection, Basically, in this particular phase, data is gathered from various sources. It can be including the internal logs, the security tools, open source intelligence, or the threat intelligence field. What is the goal of this phase? The goal is to collect relevant and reliable data that can be used to identify potential threats. Then processing. The collected data is then processed to make it available to use for analysis. And this particular phase involves different tasks like filtering, deduplication, and normalization of data. Now then, analysis phase. This particular processed data is then analyzed to identify patterns, trends, and indicators of compromise that indicates the potential threat. Basically, this particular phase may often also involve human expertise and the use of analytical tools. Then, dissemination phase. What dissemination phase will do? The analyzed intelligence is then shared with relevant stakeholders such as security teams, incident responders, and management. This particular phase will ensure that everyone who needs the information has access to it. And finally, the feedback phase. This is all about evaluating the effectiveness of the intelligence and making adjustments to the process. And this particular feedback loop helps to improve the quality and the relevance of the intelligence gathered in the subsequent iterations of the cycle. So this is how a life cycle of an CTI looks like. Now, let's go to the, almost we are reaching to the end. The different levels of cyber threat intelligence. Some people say types of cyber threat intelligence, some people say levels of cyber threat. Basically, there are three different levels or three different types. One is the tactical intelligence, another one is operational intelligence, and the final one is strategic intelligence. You can go to the bottom-up approach or the top-down approach. So coming to the strategic CTI, it's basically the bigger picture. Who will be the audience of this strategic picture? These are the CEOs or the CISOs, basically, or the university board. These are the audience. This is basically the stakeholder. I'm talking about the right-hand side, the extreme right, the strategy. These are the owners of the company, the highest, the business board of governors, example, right? What they do, the purpose of this particular strategic CTA is to inform the high-level strategy, the risk management, and budget allocation. It's about understanding the threat landscape, right? And then going to the, so this is at the bigger picture. Going to the next level, the operational CTA. These are nothing but the security managers, the incident responders who are actually working on this, the network defenders. What is the purpose of this level? This is to understand how the attack is going to happen. This particular level provides the detailed insight into the adversary's TTP. What is TTP? The tactics, techniques, and procedures. Okay. So what kind of questions can be answered from here? Basically, how does this particular ransomware group gain initial access? Suppose there is an attack, and what kind of tools they use to move laterally inside a network? Basically, these are the people. This particular level will have the people who are working on analyzing how the threat happened. And finally, you can see the tactical CTI. Who are the audience of this particular team? The security analysts and the automated security tools like firewalls, endpoint protection, etc. So basically, good CTI programs operate at all the three levels, ensuring that the frontliners are the tactical CTI group, and the back in between, the deeper understanding happens at the operational level, which are in align with the overall goals of the organization, that is at the strategic level. In another form, people go little beyond, they will say tactical and technical level also. is basically they are just adding one more layer here. So this is about all about the different layers. So I have taken almost all the only 2 minutes or 3 minutes are left out. So in case this is, I hope I have given a wide range of information about what exactly is a cyber threat, what is the basic building block, the CIA triad. To summarize, I have explained you all the different types of attacks and an analogy of weather forecast to bring up what exactly is data, knowledge, or information and intelligence is all about. The benefits, who are getting the benefits, different life cycle, and the levels or the types of cyber threat intelligence. So in case we can also, you can contact me. There is no need for good morning, good evening messages. You are wishing to share any doubts and doubts are there, you can always contact me in this particular phone number. My WhatsApp is also, I have only one phone number with my WhatsApp or any audio message. My official email ID and the personal email is also given. Now, I give time to the organizers. In case if you have any audience, if you have any doubt, later we can get connected because immediately you have another session also. I hope you are able to get some kind of knowledge from this session. I stopped my sharing. All the presentation and the notes I will share with you after my second session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for all your valuable sessions, sir. Now I would like to give a brief introduction about Dr. J. Arul Valadan. He is a working assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Nagaland. He has 20 plus years of experience in teaching, and his areas of interest are artificial intelligence, federated learning, data analytics, and blockchain. Working as an adjunct faculty in St. John the Baptist University in Malawi. Presently working as Associate Dean is academics of NIT Nagaland. He is the chief investigator of the project funded by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology under the scheme of SMDP C2SD, and the project title is Air Quality Monitoring System and Wearable Healthcare Monitoring System. He is a co-principal investigator of the project funded by IRC Institute of Research Council of ICAR NRC Mithium. Project title name is Artificial Intelligence Based Studies on Stress and Prevalent Behavior of Mithium. It is an ongoing project. And earlier he functioned as head of computer science and engineering department. He is the associate dean planning and development, executive warden, and head of data center. And he got lots of AICTE sponsored workshops, FDPs, and HTTPs organized as a coordinator. He invited talks, speaker cum trainer on recent topics with hands-on in various reputed colleges and universities. He has lot of publications, reputed journals, and proceedings. It's my privilege to invite our Dr. Arul Vatani to deliver his presciential knowledge and guide us with his vision for faculty development and research. Sir, please start your session, sir.
So thank you, ma'am, for your introduction. So a very warm good evening to all the participants. I don't know how many participants are still active in the session. I hope the session started at 6 o'clock. Now almost it is 8 o'clock. So again, another 1.5 hours, the session is there. Okay, how many of them still you didn't give any break in between the session also, or after the inaugural also, there is no break. The sessions are going on continuously. So I hope at least 131% participants are active in the line. So at least I hope 50% participants might be there. Some of them may be in the kitchen or cooking for your dinner, or some of them you may taking the dinner, or sometimes you may join your kids, or somebody may be attended the session also. Anyway, at least some 50 participants are so active in the line means well and good. Okay. So first of all, I thanks to the coordinator, Dr. VVSV Prasad sir, HOD, Professor and HOD of this concerned college, as well as the coordinator of the FDP program, for giving me the opportunity, as well as the organizing team also be included me in the part of the 5 days FDP program. So thanks to all. So the main theme of the FDP program is the AI-powered cyber threat intelligence and the role of generative AI in the modern security. So that means we are morely discussing about the security concerns in related with the AI, as well as AI means morely we are concentrating on the generative AI. So today this session I'm going to give some overview about the AI and machine learning. Tomorrow also I have also one more session is there. That session we will discuss more about the generative AI part. Am I audible properly?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay, good. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
Okay. So now we will make our session a little bit interactive sessions. Okay, because almost it is a late night, almost 8 o'clock. If I am one side, if we'll talk to the whole session means we will feel bored. So we will try to make both the session some interactive level. We'll make the sessions. Okay. So today's session, the title is the AI as well as the machine learning in the cyber threat intelligence. Okay. So nowadays, everywhere it is one of the buzzword about the cyber security. So there are different network. I hope most of them were faculty members, and most of them are based on some ECR computer science background faculty members. So the term security everywhere it is there. Network security, data security, information security, everywhere is there. But anybody, what is cyber security? The word cyber. Anybody having idea about what do you mean by cyber? The word only the cyber. I hope last session you may sir explain a lot of things about the cyber threats, cyber attacks and others. Simply we will say what is the word, first word, the cyber, what it means the cyber. Relating to digital word. Any other? I'm seeing only one answer. Through internet. So cyber, the word cyber means we are accessing anything through the internet. That means whenever your device, whether your laptop or your mobile or your desktop, whatever it may be, when something is connected to the internet, then we will call it is a cyber. That means when the cyber threats or cyber attacks are coming into that picture in that particular domain, means when your device is connected to the over the internet or over the network. Okay. So nowadays, most of our access, not only ourselves, our government also completely the digital access. Correct? You see, this is the some of the statistics data about the last year, last 20 to 24, as well as the first, now the 25, the first mid of 25 also. So how many transactions we are doing the things, and how many data or documents are we uploaded in the DigiLocker, and how many other records are we are keeping in our repository. So that means almost all our valuable documents or important informations are we are keeping in the online. That means online means, so through the internet only we are going to access the particular data. Is it clear? So now we are openly giving the chance to that cyber attacks, cyber threats. So already we are keeping all the data in our website because there is no other hope. We have to use and we have to, because it is we cannot carry our original documents everywhere. Okay, so we have to put it all your license details, your M-Parivan we are using, similarly other details. So many apps are there wherever we are keeping all our precious important documents. So there is a lot of chances are there for data leakage. So we have to protect our information. This is some of the statistics about the last year's how many cyber crimes has happened here. You see here, So data breach, how much is data breach or how much is phishing attack. So all the statistics we are saying, it will come to know that the lot of cyber threats or attacks are going on over the world. And these are the data breaches where you have seen the last year the BSNL, it is happened, the more data breach happened in the particular site, the your BSNL site. Okay. So and similarly left hand side you can see some of the statistics about the cyber threats as well as the cyber attacks. Okay. So now just you open everybody, whether you are in the mobile or you are in the laptop or desktop, you open your system. Here you typed the particular site. I shown the particular have you seen this particular website? Okay. Here, everybody in your system, you are in your system, you typed your mail ID. You type your mail ID, then you can able to see that wherever your data, your particular, through your mail ID, the data breaches happen. For example, you see, here I am typing my mail ID. I hope everybody, you may type in your system, either mobile or in your laptop, you type your mail ID, you check whether any data breaches happened. You see the March 24, I used the BOT website. There some data breach happened. What are the things happened? My email address, my names and phone numbers and my the system IP addresses got leaked. Okay. Similarly, I used the Rail Yatri particular one website. So that website also, some of the my email address, some gender details, phone number, some what are the things I purchased. So that details leaked. So here you see Nitro. This is also some of the Nitro PDF services. Here also some of the details may be breached. Here you see IX or travel agencies sites, data camp sites, and Yatra websites. So these are the some of the places our mail ID got leaked. Okay, so that means it is also secured site. Now they, after that they did lot of batch works. Now it is more secured. So earlier you can able to, you can type. I hope you may also see my my machine. Already somebody typed. Very good. Have I been pwned? Okay, pwned.com. You see, I have my institute website, institute mail address also. That also I am typing that. You see that. You see zero data breaches. So through my, in our institute website, in our institute mail account, I have not said there's no data breach happened for particular my mail ID, institute mail ID. But my Yahoo mail ID, that also happened long back. So through my Yahoo mail ID, some of the data breaches happened. So this is the one of the some of the cyber threats. Okay, just by example, I am showing you. So I hope everybody you typed that one. Some of them you shared also. Somebody got 7 breaches. Okay, just you check it. So then whatever website it is showing that, please be careful about the using the particular website. If it is happened recently, if it is happening recently, so better don't use the particular website. So now coming to our session. Okay, so this is just introduction about the what is the cyber threat, how we can able to see the some of the cyber data breach. One of the example about the cyber threats. Okay. So now the session is that artificial intelligence as well as the machine learning. So now the AI is not a new term. The term came almost 75 years back, 1950 itself, the term came. But again, they recoined with the different names, with the different flavors. N number of AIs will be there. Okay. So generative AI, explainable AI, so many AIs will be there. So lot of advancements, lot of features, or a lot of applications will be there with the help of the AI. Okay. So the future of cyber security, not only with the help of the man, also we have to use the machine. That means it is not only the artificial intelligence along with the human intelligence, artificial intelligence as well as the human intelligence. The word intelligence, the meaning that it is related with our human being, because we have the brain. So with that we can able to think, we can able to analyze, we can able to take some decision. But the machine doesn't have the brain. Machine cannot able to take any decision. Machine cannot able to think. But we can also able to make a machine to take some decision, to take some, it can also think. So that is what the artificial intelligence, the term coming into the picture. So not only the AI, nowadays AI along with the N number of interdisciplinary technologies are there. Some of the your NLP will be there, data analytics will be there, AI. So these are the some of the technologies we can use along with the AI. It will give the lot of wonderful applications. Okay. So and to see that relations between the term AI, machine learning as well as the deep learning. I given one more side that cognitive intelligence also. So the top of that one is artificial intelligence. That is it is umbrella term. That is a AI. All the terms are coming into the, it is a subset. 1 minute. Hello. In a class learning. So machine learning is nothing but the subset of the AI, and you see the deep learning is nothing but the subset of the machine learning. Okay. So artificial intelligence, the term itself already told. So we can able to create a machine artificially. So if you are creating the machine artificially, if the machine, if you want to, if the machine, we are going to make a machine in the intelligent manner, or we are going to make a machine to act as a like a human being. So definitely the machine has to think, or machine has to take some decision. That means we have to make, first of all, we have to make a machine to learn. So that's only the next term the machine learning is coming. So in the artificial intelligence, one domain or one area is the machine learning. That means we can able to make a machine to learn also. How to, we can make a machine to learn with the help of the concept, or n number of algorithms are there in that, the machine learning. So then in the machine learning, so many algorithms are there. So about that, if you are using only the some neural network based algorithm, then we can call it is a deep learning. So here left hand side I have seen the two window. One is the email filter. Okay. So every day we are receiving some of the emails. Whether you have the Gmail account or Yahoo account or our institute account also, you are receiving so many emails. But the emails are automatically segregated. We are not doing anything. When we are receiving the emails, most of the emails are going to your inbox folder, and some of the emails are going to your spam folder. Anybody having any idea how it's happening? How the mails are segregated? We are not doing anything. So when you are getting the emails, automatically it is segregated. Most of the emails are going to your inbox folder, and some of the mails are going to your spam folder. Okay, once are answered that we are using the email filter. NLP is not that related to this one, sir, but email filter is correct. Filtering. How this filter works? Any idea? Okay, almost your answer is correct. Good, sir. Filter, email filters only we are using. One of the way we are using the email filter. Inside the email filter, how these things are segregated? Based on the previous usage prediction, natural language processing classification. It is not a machine learning algorithm. AI will be little bit part of there. That means whenever your traffic, that means when your mail is coming, One source IP address will be there, the subject will be there, content will be there, timestamp will be there, which protocol we are using, what type of packet you are using. So there are n number of network traffic features will be there. So based on the features, your email filters will filter the incoming packets or incoming data, and it is aggregated into the email. Some of them will go to the spam folder and some of them go to the inbox folder. Sometimes a normal good mail also, you can see that sometimes it may go to the spam folder also. Correct. And below I given another one symbol. Anybody having any idea about that one? What is this logo? I given one more logo for that one. One more, one blue color. Very good. So I got one answer. That is a Google Assistant. Correct. So what is the use of Google Assistant? Everybody you know that. For example, you are Hyderabad. Correct. You are staying in your college is in Hyderabad. So I am in Nagaland. Suppose I want to come to your Hyderabad. Okay. I want to stay in one good hotel in Hyderabad. Once I landed your Hyderabad airport, so I asked the Google Assistant, okay, suggest some good hotels. Okay. So definitely the Google Assistant will suggest some of the good hotel based on your ratings. Somebody marks in the screen. Hello, organizers.
Hello, sir.
Yes, somebody is doing some drawing in the screen.
We will verify, sir.
Have you seen that? I have seen one red line.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Red line, sir.
Now this, I think they are saying some symbolic representation. Sir, this is a dinner time. Please complete as earlier. Anyway, just if they want only this line means okay. Sometimes they will. I have seen some experience that somebody will do some unwanted things also. Okay, please take care. So here
Okay,
the
sir.
Google Assistant, what is the party there means we will use the Google Assistant. Google Assistant is using with the help of some AI. Okay, some AI algorithms they are using some what I told you. For example, hotel, it will suggest some of the hotel based on the user ratings, some reviews. Based on the lot of features, it will suggest the rating, the listing the hotel number 1, 2, 3, 4. But who will take the decision? A human being. We are applying that our intelligence. Some will go with option number 1 or option number 2. Sometimes option number 10, sometimes we may not take any one of that from the listed also. That means first we are using that machine intelligence with the help of some algorithm, it will suggest. Finally, we are taking decision is taken by the human intelligence. That means a machine intelligence plus human intelligence. That is also nowadays most of the applications we are using that. That is we can call it as the cognitive intelligence, machine intelligence plus human intelligence. So now, why that AI or machine learning is mainly used for the nowadays, almost all the domains, not only your cyber security domains, almost everywhere, whenever you are doing the research as electrical people, mechanical people, civil people, so whoever the faculty, whoever the domain may be there, so almost everywhere nowadays we can see that AI or machine learning or deep learning we are using in there some application or some research. Why means, so nowadays the data is huge data, whether machine related data or system related data or IoT data. So every part we are our social media data, huge quantity of data are nowadays coming. So it is very difficult by human being we analyze the data. For example, you can see one supermarket also per day, one day 1,000 customers are visiting the particular shop. One customers they are taking, assume that 10 items also, then 10 customers in the 5,000 customers in the 10 products, you assume that the more number of transaction, more number of data will be there. So a human being, we cannot able to interpret this data. So we need with the help of some statistics or some of the machine learning model, we can able to find out some of the relations. What is the relations among the data, or what is the correlation between the data? or what is the patterns between the data hidden among the large amount of data, so that we can able to extract with the help of the AI or machine learning. So a huge quantity of data, inside the data there is a relation or there is a pattern or there is association is there, that we can able to interpret or we can able to get it with the help of the AI or machine learning model. Okay. So huge data everywhere, sir. You see the IoT sensor nowadays everywhere is IoT environment, sensor data, temperature sensor, humidity sensor, every second data sensor data is there. Your social media, your WhatsApp, your Twitter. So data is nowadays it is a enormous amount of data is there. Okay, it is not a huge one. It is a text data, image data, audio data, video data. So processing is very difficult. So that is what we are going with the AI or machine learning model or a deep learning model to interpret or to get some pattern, find some pattern from this data. Correct, sir? So here I am opening the chat box also. Okay, parallelly I am seeing the chat also. You have any doubt is there, please ask. I will explain. I will clarify the doubts. Don't continue the session with your doubts. Okay. I will try to make the session a little bit interactive because the time also it is on time. Okay. So now you see that machine learning. The learning normally the learning is related with a human being. Correct. So you can see here a diagram. Both one is a human, another one is a machine. How the human will get to the land? For example, if we all are faculty members, correct? You are all faculty members. For example, in the computer science, one subject is a computer network is there in computer domain. One subject is there, computer networks. If you see particular one faculty, sir, he is particular one faculty. For example, X, he is a master, he is an expert in computer networks. When we will say the particular one faculty, he is a master or he is an expert in the computer network subject. When we will say the faculty has to handle the particular subject more than 5 semester or more than 10 semester or more than 5 years. 5 years, if one particular one faculty is taking particular one subject, then we can say that the particular faculty is the expert in that particular domain or expert in the particular subject. That means you are converting your experience into expertise as a human being. But you come to the machine, we have the brain, we have the intelligence. For that, we can convert your experience into some expertise. But what about the machine? Machine doesn't have the brain. Then how we can make the machine to learn? So here, instead of experience, here we can use the data. If you are giving more data, if you are using that, for example, you will say that, so now when you are coming for the Nagaland, for example, you are visiting, you are in the Hyderabad, okay, you are staying in Hyderabad. So every year, almost last 10 years, you are visiting the Nagaland in the month of December. Okay, in the month of December, it will be the Nagaland will be the very cold. The climate and the temperature will be very cold. So almost 10 years you are visiting Nagaland in the month of December. Then what will be your opinion? What will think about the Nagaland? So if somebody is asked, sir, how is Nagaland climate? Sir, Nagaland is very cold because last 10 years you are visiting in the month of December. Suppose if you are visiting in the month of June, June will be the very hot. Then what will be your experience? What will be your opinion about the Nagaland? So Nagaland will be the very hot because you are visiting always, you are visiting in the month of June. So what about the data you are giving to you? Accordingly only you will predict. Accordingly only you will interpret. You got my point. So we have to give the whole more data. If you are giving, you are coming in the month of June, you are coming in the month of December, then you will get the more clarity, more idea about the Nagaland. Similarly, for data machine also, we have to give the more data. If you are giving the more data to the machine, then machine will learn properly. The machine will predict because we are making the mission. What is the objective? Our ultimate aim is we have to make a machine to learn. After that, the machine can a machine we are going to use the machine to take some decision. Correct? The machine will predict something about the future. So that is the purpose we are using, or we are making the machine to learn. For that only, so we have to give the more data to the machine to learn. Got it? So a human being, we are learning by our experience, whereas the machine can learn by the data. The data is a more quantity of, so data we need to make the machine learning or for the make the machine to learn. So for that only I am saying that the learning is the continuous process. You see, I will ask one more, another one thing. Suppose you are seeing some other opposite side. Okay, you are standing opposite side. Somebody is calling, your friend or your father or your mother is calling by your name. You are without turning your head, you can able to understand, you can able to realize that this is my friend or this is my father or this is my mother. Suppose first time you are hearing one voice, first time, for example, first time I am calling you by your name. So definitely you will turn your head, then only you can able to understand that who is the particular person. How these things happening? Anybody? You got my question? So your friend or your father, your mother is calling, no need to turn who is standing there. Without seeing them, you can able to identify, you can able to recognize that this is my friend or this is my father or this is my whoever it may be. That voice already you heard voice. Some voice you are listening that first time. So definitely you cannot able to recognize the particular person. How you are a human being can recognize the particular voice? Voice tone. Somebody's at our, you see, you hope that you studied the some neural network concept. So because of this idea only, the deep learning, the neural network concept coming into the picture. What is our neurons? Our brain having the n number of neurons, correct? Our brain having the neurons. So the neurons having the some storage, some memories is there, we can able to store some of the memory point is there. You see, when we are hearing some, when we are seeing the some of the data, we can able to keep in our mind. Similarly, when you are hearing the some of the voices, that voice also we can keep in our brain. So that the neurons in the brain, we have the neurons, there's some storage is there, there we can able to store some of the data. That is what your neural network concept, the artificial neural network concept came with the help of that only. Okay, so already you see that below some definition, no need to think about the more formal definition and others. What is the machine learning? We have to make a machine to learn from the more number of data. What is the use? Then after once the machine learn, the machine can be act, we are using the machine to act as a human being. Whatever the human being will do, the same work we can able to get it with the help of the machine. When the machine will act properly, if the machine has to learn or read more data, then only the machine can able to act properly. Okay. So below I have seen one word, somebody is doing something. Okay, let them do. So IBM Deep Blue, have you heard the term? Below one, everybody know that the Chat GPT, Gemini AI, everybody is presently we are using that term. So anybody you know, I think how is this? Maybe somebody they may given their laptop or mobile to their kids. They may playing. Have you heard the term IBM Deep Blue? Anybody heard the term? It's not an open AI, sir. IBM Deep Blue. The term Deep Blue. Really, I'm happy that. So still some of them are you are interacting. Whether it is a right answer or wrong answer, that is not a part. You are interacting with the session. That is very important. So I will try to make not hungry. Okay. It is not a supercomputer, sir. Actually, nobody heard the term Deep Blue, IBM Deep Blue. Very good. Somebody got the chess related word. Okay, very good. Okay, at least everybody were answering some whether it is a right or wrong. That's not a problem. So Deep Blue is a in IBM developed one online chess game. Okay, the chess game. The name of the chess game is the Deep Blue. Anybody know the what is the beauty of the? Very good, very good. So Gaspro played against the chess game, and the particular chess game won the particular match. So the online chess game, it is played with the world chess champion almost in the year 1996, not now. In the 1996, the world chess champion is the Gary Kasparov. So this is the IBM. They developed one online chess game. The name of the game is the Deep Blue. So the beauty of the game is this online chess game, they beaten the human, not only the normal human, a world chess champion. So now why I am putting this here means, now you see the beauty of the machine intelligence. You see, even though it is developed by the human being, but it is the power of the machine intelligence. Okay. So Chat GPT and the Open Gemini, that is everybody we know that. So now that when we are coming to the machine learning, okay, there are different parts of the machine learning will be there. Supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and the reinforcement learning. These things we will see later a little bit elaborately. Okay. So now you see why the machine learning we are going to use for that particular one, some application means one simple example. Okay. You see, I'm taking the two criteria whenever we want to make the students. Okay. I want to group the students, good students, poor students. Okay, good student, another one is a poor student. So how will we make the students grouping? According to their attendance as well as the mark. Some students, those the students are coming regular above 90%, and the marks also above 80 or 90. We can say the students are the good students. Correct? So students having the lower marks as well as the lower attendance, we can say that it is a poor students. Okay. So now you see, according to the mark or according to the value, I grouped into the two groups. You see the green color marks are the good students. Another one is a blue, red color is the poor students. So now I given the arrow, one yellow color arrow is there. You can able to see that one. So this will be the point is the B. Okay, the student. The thing is that the value is coming. Marks also exactly middle, and the attendance is also exactly middle. You see the value of the particular value, particular point value, attendance as well as mark, it is coming into the middle portion, middle. So what decision we have to take? Whether we have to take particular student as a good, or we have to take particular student as a poor, particular group poor. So it is a normal example, but sometimes in the sensitive cases, we cannot take as a human being. We cannot be able to, for example, some disease. Okay, when we are doing some disease, so when we are into particular value, we have to decide that whether the value particular day, based on the value, we have to consider whether the disease or whether it is a normal, some threshold. Sometimes we cannot able to judge one threshold means okay. We have to use the n number of threshold values, sorry, n number of features. With the threshold value, we got to make the decision whether it is a normal person or a disease person. Okay, that is a real time. Here I am taking only this two example for understanding purpose. Now we cannot able to make the decision whether the student is a good or poor. So we have to, now I am using that one simple machine learning algorithm. Some of them you may know that K nearest neighbor. I have to use that particular point. The value of K will be, I am using that, for example, value of K will be 5. Okay, value of K will be the 5. Okay. From the particular point, I will measure the distance. Who are the nearest people? Who are the nearest people? 5 people. Okay. Who are the 5 people nearest people? I am making the distance. Then I marked the 5 people. I group the cluster. Then the 5 group. Normally, mostly we will take the odd value, either 3 or 5 or 7, because then only we can able to take the decision. So now I group that cluster based on the K nearest neighbor machine learning algorithm. It is a simple machine learning algorithm. So now using the distance measure, I have to found the cluster with the 5 members. Now you see out of the 5 members, 4 members are green color and 1 member is the red color. So now I am taking the majority voting. So based on the majority voting, so the particular point B belongs to the good category. So this is the how the machine learning is used for the some predictive analytics. In machine learning, another one subset, already I told you, it is a deep learning. So normally deep learning is the neural network based. Okay. So it is some next level of the machine learning algorithm. It is a very vast subject. So simply we can use when your data is when we are doing some the image data, or suppose some the video data, when we are using that, then we have to use the deep learning models or deep learning algorithm to finding the some prediction work. Your machine learning as well as the deep learning purpose is same. We are using that particular model, some predictive, okay, some classification, some regression, some prediction work only we are able to use the machine learning or deep learning model. So when your data set is a huge data, when you are working with some image or video or audio kind of process, means then better you go with a deep learning model. It is complete the neural network based model. Okay. So this is that when we are doing that machine learning process. So this is the stages. Mostly we will use the machine learning for the predictive. What is the meaning of predictive analytics? Prediction. Prediction means what will be the tomorrow temperature. We don't know what is the tomorrow. Correct. So now we are the faculty members. For example, now you are getting the 1.5 lakhs or 1 lakh salary. After 3 years, how much my salary will be there? Can I able to buy a car? Or you are planning to build a house? Okay, after 3 years, how much my salary will be there. So according to the salary, can I able to plan for a new house construction, or can I able to plan for the buying a new car? Correct. Everybody want to do the prediction. What will be happen next moment? Correct. It is not in our hand. So with the help of the machine learning model, we can able to do some the predictive analytics. So that is the main purpose of the machine learning model we'll use for the predictive analytics. So for predictive, already I told you, we are using the machine learning. So machine learning, we have to make a machine to learn, means first we need the data set. We have to give the data set related to the particular domain. For example, you are on cancer prediction, you are one research, or you are doing some application, the cancer prediction. Then you have to take the some cancer data set. More number of data sample records will be there. We have to give the data cancer data set to the machine learning model, any one of the machine learning algorithm. So the algorithm will learn the particular data set. Then we have to use the particular model in the real time, in the real world. Okay. So that is what data set will be the major part for that particular building the machine learning model. So here, so first we have to do the pre-processing. Okay, we cannot be able to use the data set because the real world data set. Next slide, I will tell you what it is. We have to do some pre-processing. Then we have to divide the data set into two parts. Then we have to use the training data set for build the using any one of the machine learning algorithm. N number of algorithm will be there according to their application or according to your nature of data set. You have to use the any one of the algorithms. Then you have to build the model. Then we have to validate the model with the test data. Then we have to see how your model is behaving. Okay, so the test data and the training data means both the data set, the data set have the outcome value there, because the last word data set with the class label. For example, you have the cancer data set. Cancer data set, what is the class label? Whether the person is a normal person or whether have the disease. Okay, already the outcome is there. The output according to all the features values, the data, the record having the class label, whether it's a normal person or whether it's a diseased person. The data set only, the whole, both the class label value data set only we are going to use to build the model. So here, training data we are using for building the model. Then the test data we use for test the model. Because already we have the original actual data value, result, you have the result. Then you have to give other values to the model. You can check what is the model result. You can compare what is the original outcome and what is the model outcome. Your model outcome both are matching with all the testing data, then your model is excellent. 100% pakka, you can use it. Suppose your model is your actual data and the model outcome is a lot of mismatches there, mean then your model is not trained or not learned properly. So again, you have to learn. You have to tune to the model until unless the model has to give the proper output. It will give the proper output along with the your test data. Then only we have to use that model in the real time. So that is what this is the normal stages. So already told you that. So why pre-processing? So normal our data set, the data set is having some issue with the incomplete, because when we are collecting the data, for example, in your faculty, in your college, I'm asking you all the faculty details. Okay, some of the faculty may be hesitate to give the mobile number. Some of the faculty may be hesitate to give their salary. Some of them may hesitate to give your age. Correct? So some of them, they may not give the proper address also. So that means that definitely your record will be the incomplete. And sometimes it is a noisy. What is means noisy? Here I have given the some post. It is some data. It is a human error. You got to see the age. Suppose somebody 350 is typing, or mobile number, one more digit will be there. That is a noisy. And inconsistent. So inconsistent means the data today their mobile number is one, and tomorrow next day mobile number may be different. Today one address, one college will be there. After through 3 months, another college address will be there. That means the data is not a consistent data. It is a inconsistent. Whenever we are collecting the data, the real world data, most of the your real world data, whether it is whatever it may be, so either it may be incomplete or noisy or inconsistent, because we have to use this data set only for building the model. Okay, I'll give another one simple example. One simple example. For example, so in your class, in your we are all faculty members. Okay, one student got 9 marks in the subject. Okay, one student got 9 marks in the subject. You ask the student, you go to tomorrow. You have to get your sign from the parents, because we are more care about the students' careers. Correct. So what the student, if you show the same mark 9 to the parents, definitely they will beat. Definitely they will not immediately very good, I will sign. Nobody will do like that. So immediately they will score, or some of the parents they may beat also. So what the student did, on the way he had one more zero. Okay, on the way he had one more zero. Now you see that the mark is 90. Now you see, if the mark is 9, what is the parents' reaction? If the mark is 90, what is the parents' reaction? Now you think about that, because of only 1 0. One is a 9, another one is a 90. The outcome is the huge difference will be there. That is what the data pre-processing is a very important. Whenever you are using, whatever your research domain, when we are collecting some data set, when we are doing some applications, when we are constructing the model with the data set, real data, mean first you got to make it sure your data set is a pakka. Your data set is a, there's no error with in your data set. Then you can use the model. Otherwise, you are completely, we are using with the data with the incomplete or noise or some error. If you are using the data set to build the model, definitely you may not able to get to the proper outcome. So that what's the pre-processing is very important in the machine learning model construction process. Okay, so these are the some of the stages we will do in your pre-processing. First, we got to collect the data. We got to consolidate that, because we are collecting the data from the different sources. We got to consolidate the data. Then we got to clean the data. If any missing value is there, any noise is there, any inconsistent there, and removing outliers. So what is the meaning of outliers? The word the outlier, because earlier also one slide I given the word outlier. So outlier means the data, it is not in the range. Okay, the sum of the data points, it will not be there. For example, your mark will be the 0 to 100. That is a mark. Correct. Suppose some mark is somebody entered, it is a 150 or some 250 or 500. So that means it is outlier, because mark range will be the 0 to 100 only. So anything data points, the data point is behind the boundary, either it is a low level or high level, that we can call as outlier, because sometimes you are collecting the sensor data. The sensor also equipment. Sometimes it may be not working properly, means it may read it is not give the proper data. Correct. If the data is not a correct one. So that we have to see that data as an outlier. So we have to remove the outlier. Then we have to normalize the data. So normalization in the sense, then your data will be the huge range of value will be there. So we have to normalize the value 0 to 1 or -1 to +1, or we are discrete data or aggregate the data. So another one is a standardization. So normally, tomorrow I will give more, we will discuss more about the standardization part. So instead of, we'll make the value with respect to the mean. So instead of with respect to the mean, we have to take the value with respect to the variance or standard deviation. Okay, that only give the more accurate predictions. Okay, so we have to standardize the data. So then we have to data reduction in the sense, for example, you have the features when we are collecting the data set. For example, in your college, okay, the students data set, more features will be there. Student name, roll number, attendance, mark, hostel details, fees payment, all the particulars will be there. Suppose if I am doing only the marks calculation, result processing. For result processing, I had no need for the fees payment details, no need for the hostel details, no need for the parents and others details. Only the marks, subject marks is enough. No other Based on your applications or based on your task, we can reduce the features. Otherwise, when we are using the whole data set, whole features to the model, then the model will be having the more complexity will be there for the particular model. So that only always we have to use the reduce the data set according to the task. There are also a number of algorithms are there for the dimensional reduction. Okay. So after that only you have to give for the pre-processing. So far, how the session going on? Whether you are feel boring? Or you are taking dinner? Okay. Good. Maximum I am trying to make you as a be alive. Okay. So after the session, we'll go for a dinner. Okay. You see here, I will take one simple data set. Okay. Just the example. Thanks for your good feedback. How the machine learning model we are going to build. So he see, so our theme of the FDP is the cyber security, cyber threat intelligence. So I have to take the one cyber attack data set. Okay, you can also get in the lot of open websites are there. You can able to get the lot of data sets available. I am taking the one simple data set. So this data sets for the cyber attack detection using machine learning model. We can able to detect the attack using machine learning model for that the particular data set. You see. So n number of features are there, but I have to, because I cannot able to show all the features here, I have to take some of the features about the particular data set. Okay, you see the here timestamp, what time is the network traffic, because particular one network, one traffic is coming, one packet is incoming, packet is coming. So what is the source address? What is the destination address? What is the protocol for the particular packet? What is the packet length? What is the packet type? So what type of traffic they are using? Then the outcome. Here you see the outcome 0 and 1. 0 means normal and 1 for attack. Okay. So this is the data set. Initially, we have the data set. So we have to take the data set. Then we have to do the pre-processing. According to the earlier discussion, we have to do the pre-processing and make it sure my data set is a Pakka data set. So then from the data set, we got to make it divide into the two parts. One is the training data, another one is a testing data set. So mostly our training data set will be the 80% of the data set for the training purpose, and 20% of the data sets we will use for the testing purpose. Okay, because we have to already told you, we have to give more data for learning, training, because training is the learning purpose. Correct? We are learning more, definitely your model will be the more accurate. So for that only we have to give the more portion of the data for the training. So 80% of the data I'm giving for the training. So using the machine learning model, any one of the predictive algorithm, machine learning algorithm, support vector machine, decision tree, random forest, navy base, so many machine learning algorithms are there. You can use any one of the machine learning algorithm, or you can use more algorithms. Finally, you can compare also. It is a issue. It is not a tough task. So we have to use any one of the machine learning algorithm to build the model. So don't think about the model means something in your mind, you imagine something. It is not like that. Model is simply a if-then statement. Okay, that means your machine learning algorithm will analyze all the features. If when the outcome is coming 0, when the outcome is coming 1, it will analyze all the features. Then it will make one if-then statement. That if-then statement itself, it is a model. It is another one name we can call it. It's a classifier. Either it is a model or it is a classifier. If timestamp value and what is the source address, destination address, protocol, what are the features it is considered. So how it will derive the rule means based on the outcome value. When the outcome is coming 0, when the outcome is coming 0, what are the features value? When the outcome is coming 1, what are the features value? According to that one, if the statement will make one if then statement with the value, with all the values. If the values are coming this one, then the outcome is 1, otherwise the outcome is 0. So the if then statement itself, we can call it is a model, it is a classifier. Then we have to use the test data for the particular model, because test data also we have the outcome value is there. Then what is the model outcome and what is the actual original value? So based on that, we can able to, if it is coming, your model is giving good result, good value, then we can use your model in the real time. Now you see the next, when we are the new data, what is the new data? In the new data, there is no outcome, because outcome is already we derived, we identified it is a normal or it is attack. So when the new one outcome, one traffic is coming, now the new traffic we will give to the particular model. The model will decide that whether it is a normal or attack. So that is what our machine learning process will be there. So the same scenario, the same workflow or the flow will be used in the almost your cancer data or diabetics data or some agriculture work also. Mostly 90% of your process, this is the way we will do for the machine learning algorithm for the predictive purpose. So mostly the machine learning algorithm, the prediction algorithm, we will use classified into the two categories. One for the regression, another one is the we can call it's a classification purpose. What is the difference between regression and the classification? Means regression means we can predict the continuous value. For example, after 2 years, what will be the your salary? Okay, when we are predicting that, sir, now I am getting suppose 1 lakh after 2 years. Now I have the now I am the associate professor. After professor, how much I will salary I will get? So your salary will be, it is not a one not your now you are 1.5, it may be 1.51 or 1.52 or 1.53. The value is the continuous value. So when you are predicting something, the prediction, the outcome is the continuous value, then the problem is your problem is the regression problem. Your domain, then you have to use the regression based algorithm for your particular task. That means you decide yourself what is your outcome, whether my outcome is the discrete outcome or whether my outcome is the continuous outcome, whether I will pass or fail. Okay, for example, you appeared on IAS exam. Okay, your result is the only two value, either pass or fail. So your outcome is the only two discrete value. When your outcome is a discrete value, 2 or 3 or 4, okay, then for example, you are giving your blood sample from some sugar diabetics, it will give whether positive or negative, correct? So when your outcome is a discrete, either 2 or 3 or 4, then we can call it a classification problem. So according to the outcome of your application or in your problem, we have to decide that whether the problem is a regression problem, then you have to choose according to the regression algorithm, or we have to choose the classification algorithm. Both more number of algorithms. So you see the regression and the classification. What will be the tomorrow temperature? So that is a regression problem. The same application, we can change it to the classification also. You see, will it be a cold or hot tomorrow? Okay. What will be the tomorrow temperature? That value is the continuous value regression. Will it be a tomorrow hot or raining tomorrow? Then your outcome is a yes or no. Okay, so now it is a classification problem. So according to your answer, according to the outcome value, we can classify the problem as the regression or continuation. So this is the stages, whatever I already explained the thing, that is what the same thing only. We have to take the data, pre-process the data, divide into that one. Then we have to build the model, validate the model. So these are the, you can use any one of the application, any one of the machine learning algorithm. So these are the some of the applications. Okay. So here one word it is very, very important. You see, before you are choosing the, you are taking the one data and data set. So we are using that particular data set for build the construct the build using any one of the machine learning algorithm to build the model. First, we got to find what is the entropy of the entropy is the one of the way we got to find the purity of the data set. Okay. So this is the data set. For example, where PA is the class label. So your data set, one with the example I will tell you. So this is the formula to find the entropy of the class label. This is the, you see, for example, we have the 100 data points. We have the 100 data points. Okay. You assume that the for particular some disease. Okay. Some diabetics data set. Okay. 100 people, I taken the 100 people sample. So here 30 people are belongs to positive, assume that they have the diabetics, and the 70 people are the normal people. So this is the my data set. So this data set only I am going to use to build the machine learning model. So this is I downloaded or somewhere I got the data set. This data set only I am going to use for the build the model or particular my research work. So first we have to see what is the entropy of the particular data set. So according to the total, I instead of 100, I make it is a 10. So minus 3 by 10 in the log 2, 3 by 10 minus another one class is 7 by 10 in the log 2. So here my entropy value is a 0.88. My entropy value is the 0.88. What is the value interpret? So the value is always the entropy value will be 0 to 1 only. The entropy value will be the 0 to 1 only. So here my data set is giving 0.88. What is the meaning that? Here you see that, okay. So before you see this one, then you will get the clear idea. Here, you see, I have the two data, I have the two class labels. I have the data set, 10 samples are there. Okay, 10 samples are there. The 10 samples are, one is the plus, another one is a minus. One is the plus positive, another one is a negative. So totally I told you that we have the 10 samples are there. So what is the entropy value? Okay, here the entropy value is going to 0 to 1. The entropy value is going to 0 to 1. You see, when the entropy value is here, you see that left hand side all minus and all plus, the entropy value is 0. And the middle one is the entropy value is 1. Anyone can you able to interpret? When the entropy value is giving 1, when the entropy value is giving 0? Anybody's? Total we have the 10 samples. Very good. Both are equal. It is 1. That means I have the 10 sample, 5 plus and 5 minus. Then I am giving the 1. You see, when I am getting 0, all are negative, all are positive. You see, all the, for example, I am using all the peoples are diseased people. Okay, I am having one data set. For example, all the people are normal. Okay, mostly when this will occur means when you are using the some cancer data set, to assume that if you are taking the one hospital real data set, so hardly 1,000 people, you collected the 1,000 people record. The 1,000 people, hardly 1 or 2 people only having the particular disease. Almost 998 records are normal data. Only 2 records only disease data. That means your entropy value will be 0. All the samples are either positive or all the samples are either negative. Your entropy value will be 0. I am saying that entropy value 1. We cannot expect 1 and closer to 1 is good. We cannot use the data set with the entropy value 0. Anybody tell me what is the reason behind that? It is not negative, all positive or negative means 0. Anybody tell the reason why we should not take the data set with the entropy value 0? Model, very good. Model will not train both the values. See, suppose if I am giving that only all are negative samples to the model, then your model will behave, give 100% result when you are giving the negative sample. At the same time, when we are build the model with the positive sample, only positive sample model, then your model will give 100% result when you are giving the positive sample. When we are build the model with the positive sample, when we are giving the negative sample the input as a new data mean, then model will not know how to behave, because first time it is seeing the negative data. During the whole training data, it have not seen any negative data. First time if you are giving the negative data means the model doesn't know about the how to react. So that only always we have to give your data set should be the exactly 50 is not possible. We cannot get the data set at least closer to 1. We cannot say that 1. At least when we are taking the data set, we have to see the what is the purity, impurity of the data set. We have to measure the purity of the data set. If the purity of the data set is almost in the 50 closer to 1 means then the data set is very good. Okay, because we cannot able to count. We cannot able to count to check 1 by 1. So using the formula, you got to find the entropy value. The entropy value closer to 1 means now the class labels in the samples are equally or well distributed between the classes. Then we can able to use the particular data set. So if your data samples are not distributed properly, okay, if samples are not distributed properly means, then there are some 3 classes issues will be there. 2 issues only. One will be the underfit, another one will be the overfit. One will be the underfit, another one will be the overfit. So we have to always use the optimal model. We have to always use the optimal model. You see here, This is the data points when we are build the model, with the data set. So the model should be the optimal model. The model should be the optimal model. It should not be the underfit also, or it should not be overfit. What is the meaning of underfit? You see that the dotted line is that it is a data, the dotted dash line. The dash, the horizontal one, vertical one line is there. That line is the model. This is the data point. Here you see the point, that particular line to the point, the distance is more. That means that distance is normally we call as the error. The distance is the residue error. The error will be the more in the underfit. But in the overfit, you see, it will touch almost all the data points. It will touch almost all the data points. So what will happen? Then now definitely you can ask one question, sir. The last one overfit, it will touch almost all the points. Then why you are saying that is not a good one? Okay. Well, the reason behind that. So this is the model we built in the training data. Okay. So here it will touch almost all the model. So I have some result marks data set. You assume that I have some marks data set. So the marks are pass and fail. Okay, you assume that the marks are pass and fail. I have the range of marks 0 to 100. So the marks will be there 0 to 20 marks will be there. And there is no marks between 20 to 40. There is no marks between the 20 to 40 and above 40 is there. So above 40 it will mark as the above 20 to 40 there is no marks. So less than 20 it will mark as a fail and above 40 it is marked as a pass. Now I am giving some marks and the range of 20 in between 20 to 40. So there is no such a data points. There is no such a data points. That situation, your model may not able to react properly whether it is belongs to pass or fail. Because first time it is seeing the marks in the range between the 20 to 40. Because I used the data set with the data value 0 to 20 and 40 to 100. There is no marks between 20 to 40. So the model will fix 100% accurate result when 0 to 20 and 40 to 100. But whenever you are giving the marks 20 to 40, the model may not able to react. That is overfit. You see the optimal means a less error. It will be also some error is there. That will be the less error. So whenever you are build the model with the data set, your model should be always the optimal one. It should not be underfit also, or it should not be overfit also. These are the some of the methods how to you avoid, how to increase the more training data set. We have to do the more pre-processing and we have to balance the data set. I told you the class level we have to balance the data set. We have to increase the more number of features and model complexity for avoiding the underfit. Similarly, this is the way how to avoid the overfitting also. And how to make the balanced data set. You see, already told you, for example, you have the data set, particular disease, some data set will be there. The data set, more samples are normal. Very less number of samples only will be there for the, what we can say that, particular diseased one. Okay, you are taking the 100 samples. You assume that the 100 samples, 80 samples are normal, 20 samples are diseased. How to balance? So either two ways is there. One is a bootstrapping, another one is in the bootstrapping, two methods are resampling. One is upsampling, another one downsampling. You see, I have the 100 samples. The 100 samples, 80 samples are positive, 20 samples are negative. Mismatch is there. So two way we can able to balancing. One is that the 20 samples I can increase, make it is the equivalent to 80. Or what is another one? The 80 samples I can reduce some sample, make it is 20. So the both are matching. What is our intention? We have to balance the data set. One is a 80, another one is a 20. Either we have to increase the 20 to 80, or you have to reduce the 80 to 20. Both the way we can able to balance. When the 20 to 100 you are making, that is upsampling, and the 80 to 20 you are making, that is a downsampling. Okay, this is upsampling and downsampling, and the smooth, near miss, k-fold. So these are the some of the algorithms or some of the techniques we'll use to make your data set into the imbalanced data set into the balanced data set. Then only we can able to use it in your real time. You see, this is also another one interesting things. So after you are using that one, normally after you are constructing the build your model, we have to evaluate the model. Somebody you may know that we have to evaluate. Normally when we are taking the class, when we are taking the class, at the end we are conducting some exam. Okay, we are evaluating the student. We are evaluating how will you evaluate? Based on the marks. Correct? Based on the marks. Faculty also, if the faculty, particular faculty producing more result, it is a good faculty. Some metrics will be there. We have to evaluate the particular model. We are using n number of algorithms is there. Among the algorithms, which one is giving the best? Correct? So that we have to evaluate. for evaluating the machine learning model. So that itself is a huge topic. So I will give, I cannot able to cover whole. So we have to construct the confusion matrix, because here the two error will be important. We have to construct the one confusion matrix. You see, here the two values are there. Actual values is the original value. Another one is a predicted. The predicted value is your model values. Okay. Predicted value is your model values. This is the actual values. Actual value, two values. One is a 1, another one is a 0. Similarly, predicted value also 1 and 0. You see the confusion matrix, it is a 2 cross 2. So it is a just 4 box only will be there. So here 4 values are there. One is a true positive, another one is a false positive, another one is a false negative, another one is a true negative. You see, so the time will be very, very important when we are working with some true positive or false positive, when we are concentrating more on that. Okay. Here, true positive, you see your actual value also 1 and your model predicted value also 1. Here, I given some funny example. You see that the lady is a pregnant lady. Your doctor is a model. So patient is a value. The doctor is a model. What is the model saying that? So you are pregnant, the lady, your model also saying that you are pregnant. So that means both are 1, 1. Actually pregnant, your model also, the doctor is a model. The doctor also saying that pregnant. So both are 1, 1. That's a true positive. That means the positive sample predicted as a positive. Next one, the right hand side, next one, see, false positive. You see the normal gender is a normal, the person, but the doctor is a model. Doctor saying that you are pregnant. That means a false positive. The positive is a pregnant, correct? It is a false. The positive is the false. A normal person is identified as a positive one. That positive is a false positive. Normally, it is a normal. A normal person, your model is identified as a diseased person. That is a false positive. That error is normally called as a type 1 error. So another one is you false negative. What is false negative? Actually, the lady is pregnant, but your model is saying that you are not pregnant. That means the positive data is predicted as a negative. That is a false negative. Okay, actually one value 1, but your model is predicted as 0. That means a false negative. That will be the type 2. So that means a diseased person is predicted as a normal person. You see, both are danger. First, what is the first one? A normal person is predicted, your model is predicted as a diseased person. That is also danger. Similarly, a normal person is predicted as a diseased person. That is a type 2 error. You see, now last one, true negative. Already negative, your model also predicted as a negative. So when you are constructing the model, here the score individual value will be there. In the every cell, here 4 values. The 4 values will be there. The values, if your values, if your model is good, means the false positive and the false negative, it leads to 0. If both are 0, 0 means your model is 100% okay. That means nothing is predicted wrongly. You see, here false negative and false positive values are 0, 0 means 100% okay. We cannot able to 100, 100. At least it should be the single digit value. If here more values are there, means your model is totally wrong, because your model is predicted wrong values. So that is what we can say, it's a type 1 error and a type 2 error. Okay, one is a false positive, is a type 1 error. Another type 2 error is called as a false negative. So some researchers, somebody, they may work in the domain, they may concentrate whether false negative, that means type 1 error or type 2 error. This is we can call as a confusion matrix. Here you see some chart how to proceed for in your machine learning algorithm and machine learning model. Okay, you see in the machine learning already told you. So there is a supervised learning, another one is unsupervised learning. The supervised learning already told you there are 2 problems. What is the, I told you the below, the 4 boxes are the below one you see. So one is the classification problem, another one is a regression problem. Classification problem is a discrete one, and the regression problem is the continuous one. Okay, so here you start. Okay, we are start from the start. So when you have the dimension reduction is there, when you have the more data set, we have the dimension is nothing but the features. Okay, the word dimension is nothing but the features. Okay, so when you have to do the features reduction, then we have to do the some of the diamond reduction techniques. So diamond reduction techniques comes under the unsupervised learning. The word supervised and unsupervised. Okay, so normally what is the meaning of supervised? When we are doing the research, we will have one supervisor, correct? Without supervisor, we cannot able to do the research. So supervisor is a guiding. Okay, with some help we are learning. Supervisor, supervised learning. That means your data set, we are having the data set already having the class label. The outcome is there. Whenever you are taking one data set for your learning purpose or for your training purpose, if the data set is having the outcome, the class label value is there, then it is a supervised learning. There is a no class label. There is a no class label. For example, I will tell one simple. We want to group the students, clustering that one of the application about the unsupervised learning. If you want to group the student, for example, gender wise, male and female, there is a no need. We take the data set, we take the features value gender, male belongs to one group and the female belongs to another one group. Okay, so there is a no need for the class label. If there is no need for the class label, there is no need for the supervisor, then it is unsupervised learning. Okay. Another one learning is there, that is a reinforcement learning, that will be the dynamic. We got to, based on the environment, we have to take the decision. One simple example is the, for example, when we are playing the chess game, correct? When we are playing the chess game, your move is not predicted earlierly. Okay, at the moment when opponent, how the opponent is behaving, how the opponent is moving the particular coin, accordingly we are taking, you are moving the your coin, correct? So it is not a predetermined one. According to the environment, we have to take the action. So that is called as the reinforcement learning. So here, see, then you start, if you want to do the dimension reduction, you have to do the some of these algorithms. And if you are not, no need to do the, then we have to see the have response. Have response means whether you have the have response is nothing but the class label. If you have the class label, then you go with the supervised learning. If there's a no class label in your data set, then you go with the unsupervised learning. Then according to the application, we have to use the choose any one of the algorithm. Here the unsupervised learning also, or supervised learning also, algorithms are there. Unsupervised learning also, some of the algorithms are there. So according to the your algorithm, your application, according to the your data set, you can choose the any one of the algorithm. The same chart only, it will give more elaborately. Okay, what kind of, whether if you want to do the text analytics, or if you want to do the regression, or whether you are sometimes your class, for example, your disease is the first stage, second stage. Normally, for example, some cancer, some disease, your outcome will be the not only yes or no. Some outcome will be class label, more 3 or 4 class label will be there. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Then it will be the multi-class. Only 2 classes. Then the binary classes. Okay, or clustering. So here different of applications. What kind of algorithm you can able to choose for the particular your domain or particular your application. This is simple guidance. Okay, you cannot follow that particular one. How to choose the best algorithm for the classification. Okay, that is what some of the questions, some of the things based on that you can able to choose the which algorithm, because everybody having doubt. So n number of algorithms are there. Which one I have to choose for that particular my domain or particular my problem. So if you see your data set, suppose your data set is mostly your data set will be the categorical data or the numerical data. Okay, or both. So Navy based classifier, it is a one that will work for the categorical data and the numerical data. Random forest perform well with only the categorical data, and the SVM is good for the numerical data. That is also, it is not for common for all the data set. It is some general guidelines. Okay, if you have the numerical, only the numerical data set, then mostly SVM will be give the a good result. Then how much speed? If you want to need the more speed, okay, so then Navy base and the SVMs are do for the classifying fast, comparing with the decision tree. And suppose if you need the more handle the complex classification more, then SVM can work better. So what about your data set? Okay, suppose your data set is a huge more data set, then you have to go with the random forest. SVM doesn't perform well on the large data. So these are the some of the points or some of the questions we have to choose or we have to answer according to you can choose the algorithm. So nowadays, another one algorithm is there. Nowadays, some of the application, recent one AI is there. That is a XAA, that is a explainable AI. Okay. So you see, normally the machine learning model, I'll give one example, machine learning model. For example, a loan application, we are giving the loan. Okay, we are submitting the loan. Your machine learning model will predict the outcome, whether it is a sanction or rejected. So that is the outcome of the machine learning model. Only two outcomes, whether sanction or rejected. Normal machine learning model. If you use the XAA model, okay, if you are using the XAA model, then what is the reason for rejection? Okay, normally your model will give the outcome for only the rejecting the value. Okay, we have to get the, with the help of the explainable AA, we can able to get the more detail about the reason for rejection. And this is that we can use the your machine learning algorithm along with the your IoT environment also. Okay. So here the below the red line below is the your data collection. Normally the IoT session part we can use for the data collection, and the top layer it is for the your machine learning. Always the machine learning model is for the prediction. Your data collection is separate for the, and then with the help of the data we are using the build the machine learning model and do the some prediction. Okay. So here some agriculture environment, the below one you have to see that. Okay, whenever sensor data will be the stream data, because key and value, because every timestamp, every second the data is generating. The sensor data, your whatever the sensor data is the, normally we call it is a stream data or it is a key value pair. That means a key is the, what is a particular timestamp, 10 o'clock, 5 minutes, 5 seconds, what is the value? So every key and value pair will be there. Okay, so we have to collect the data, and we have to able to put the some the cloud platform. We have to read the data, put it in the some cloud, then we have to use the machine learning model, and we have to do the some the prediction analytics. Okay, so we have to use the machine learning in the IoT platform also. So nowadays another one machine learning concept is a one emerging area, that is a federated learning. Somebody you may heard the term also, the term federated machine learning, deep learning, another one learning also there, federated learning. You see where we will use this one means, mostly for example in the hospital environment we got to build the model. Okay, we have to build the model means, for build the model we need the data. Correct, for build the model we need the data. So present if you want to distribute the data, for example it is a distributed environment. I have the hospital, we have the hospital is there, one branch is in the Hyderabad, another one is Chennai, another one is Kolkata. So different branches are there, we have to distribute the data set. Sometimes due to the privacy of the data, and we have to concern about the data security also, I don't want to distribute the data among the different clients. So that means what we have to do is, so every hospital they have the own data set. Correct, they have the own data set. So they use their own data set, they build the own model. They will use the different model with their own data set. Then they will send all the models only to the server, not only the data set. Data set is with the particular client only. The main objective of the federated learning is that there is no need for the distribute the data between the clients. So we have to only the models only we are distributing among the clients. Because of that, the data privacy issue, we have to give the more security concern. We are not distributing the data set among the models. So in the every hospital, they will do their build the model with own data set. Then they will send all the models to the server. The server will collect all the models, then aggregate with one model. The server will make it is a one model, and the one model they will distribute to all the hospital. Then that model they will use their same model, one model they will use in their individual different branches. So that is the concept of the federated learning. Okay, so here is some of the applications where you can able to use your machine learning in your cyber threat intelligence or cyber threat attacks. Means supervised learning also there, unsupervised learning also there. For example, some attack detection, then we can use the supervised learning. Suppose some user behavior grouping or some anomaly detection, then we have to use the some unsupervised learning. In the cyber threat identification, you can use the both the machine learning models. Either supervised learning also you can use, or you can use the unsupervised learning model also you can able to use. Okay. So I thought I will show you some the one or two application also, but anyway, today time is there. Tomorrow we will start the session a little bit early. So that time I will show one or two Python hands-on session with the using some machine learning model to have to predict some of the attacks. Okay, so we can use the some credit card fraud reduction also. We can able to use the machine learning model, or malicious URL detection also. Whether particular URL is there when we are accessing the particular URL, whether the particular URL is the malicious URL or it is a normal URL. That also we can able to detect with the help of the machine learning model. And the phishing attack, already sir explained about the phishing attack, all the attacks. So you can use any one of the attacks. You see, build the machine learning model, whatever the scenario flow I explained. So what is your application, whether DDO attack or phishing attack or zero-day attack or malware attack So all that, whatever the attacks, you have to take the data set, you have to analyze the data set, you have to understand the data set, you have to understand the problem and the domain. Then you have to use that any one of the machine learning model and the process, whatever I explained the process. Your data set and your application and the domain only different. The process and the flow, that is same. Whether phishing data or malicious URL also, we have to some part only the difference will be there. But overall, the core process will be almost same only. So this is some of the Python, some claims about the how which part you have to use for the data loading, training data set. Okay, so some part of the Python code. So whole whatever I explained the one, first you got load the data, train the data pre-processing there, model construction, then evaluation the performance. So all the part, what is the Python code used for? Mostly will the machine learning model or deep learning model or federated learning model, we will use the Python code only. So some of the part we will use to evaluate the particular section. Okay. So up to here, I will stop my presentation. So tomorrow we will see one or two hands-on also along with the generative AI. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about the generative AI part. So that time I will show some of the hands-on also. Okay. So thanks for your patience. Okay, almost 9:30 till 9. See, I hope you joined 6 o'clock to 9:30, almost 3.5 hours, because as a faculty, it is very difficult to sit. In the classroom, we are asking students to sit 4 hours. Now you know the feeling of sitting 3 or 4 hours continuously in the attending the session. So I tried my level to make use an interesting session. If you have any doubts or any queries later also, anytime you can approach me. If I don't know also, I can discuss to some friends. I will clarify your doubts.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So thanks for all your appreciation and your feedback. Good. I will share the PPT. I will share the tomorrow after the session. I will share the PPT. I will share the 1 or 2 Python codes also there. That also I will share you to practice it. Okay. And getting understanding the concept only very, very important. Okay. If you know the concept, if you know the process, then it is very difficult to understand the code and writing the program and others. That is not a big. So if you have any doubts, please ask. Otherwise, we will, because already 9:30.
Thank you, sir. It's a wonderful session. We got good insights from you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So thanks all the participants for your valuable and good feedback. So first of all, I want to say thanks for your patience.
It's a pleasure, sir. We
Okay,
got
ma'am.
good insights from you.
Okay. Can I leave, ma'am?
Yeah, sure, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thanks, participants. Tomorrow we'll see.
Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you for your valuable patience and attending the session. We all meet us tomorrow. Thank you.
Tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m.
So tomorrow the session will be at from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yes.
So first session 6 o'clock, correct, sir? 6 or 6:30?
Yes, sir. 6 to 7:30, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Second session from 7:30 to 9.
Okay, sir.
Audience also, please note that the first session will start at 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Sir, your voice is very low, sir. Can you speak louder, sir?
So tomorrow the first session will start at 6 p.m. Thank you, Ananda. Good night.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you,
sir.
everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.